I've been running through some bullshit. Get you on it right there on the moon, bitch. And you're talking about your pain, I take a full sip. Best version of myself and I'm the culprit. Oh Lord, I come with the focus, I don't know how to be passive. Lucky that my purple stash has never seen famine. Had to start to renovate my mind, old habits. If the money coming in, you see that everyone's happy. Fuck around right, she been upright on that shit, on the pipe. Fuck that, not my type, I just stood up in the fight. I don't wanna sound like it riding on the wall. You don't wanna stay bad, but your ass still poor. Versions of my mind, playing pain, I double the dust. Should I pay the 4737 cursing the bus? Hiding true intent behind records like I expected. Power through confidence, breaking trust, that's a lesson. Honest, I could blow up on the billboard or the theater. Puck 200,000 on the dash, put my feet up. Seek what's mine if your cake don't fit. Make more money, I ain't never gon' quit. They plotting my gun, now I'ma holler on my CD. She calling on my phone, it's on silent, I'm busy. Bugging on the bullshit, I'm flooding out the riches. Way back to the whiteboard and ticked off the wish list. Back inside your head. Back inside your head. Affectionate, susceptible to ass right there. Faithful to the Lord, I plant my seed in the hand. Corrupted decisions made them real quick. I can't argue with them hips, they looking so thick. Oh Lord, pony few motherfuckers, they testing on my patience. I take this shit from the second and you about to pay for it. Duck so I miss, why I double up the progress. Dust on my step as I bubble up the potion. Coming on this bitch and I'm becoming what I vision. Got to focus on position, paid attention in addition to the Lord. A couple labels, I am rolling with my angels. It's important that you listen to the boredom in the basement. Get up, the fuck up, the days you behold. Disasters, these rappers, we taking control. Send them right to God and I'm running out of time. Imagine you passing on lyrics and soul. They plotting my gun and I'ma holler on my CD. She calling my phone, it's on silent, I'm busy. You bugging on the bullshit, I'm flooding out the rich shit. Went back to the whiteboard and ticked off the wish list. Back inside your head. inside your head. You think that I am the one to love you. You think that I am the one to love you. You think that I am the one to love you. You think that I am the one. They plotting my gun and my holler on my CD. She calling my phone, it's so silent, I'm busy. Bugging on the bullshit, I'm flooding out the riches. Way back to the whiteboard and ticked off the wishes. Back inside your head. Back inside your head.
Y'all don't even really gotta listen to me or whatever I gotta say, but tell them they gotta pay. Ooh, she sweet, for that honey bee, I might just pollinate. Want me a lot of cake, go, I want it on the lay. I mix the B in column A, sit back, watch me dominate. Dominate, dominate, watch me dominate. We gon' dominate, we gon' dominate. Ayy, don't got no time to waste. Ayy, don't take no holidays. This that 1-2 combination. Dominate. Hey, fuck the beat up like you're meant to. I beat the beat like I'm Kimbo, yeah. Run through the beat like a house I got ran through. I crash a beat like a rental. Watch him go stupid, go mental. We gon' pray on you like a temple. Ayy, tell that bitch stop hitting my line. My bitch find out she gon' mess up your dental. High, it's so simple. You number 2 like a pencil. Plate full of green and lentils. Eat with my hands, I don't need utensils. I'm too savage, I'm Kyrie with the handles. Cross me once, I'ma cross you right backs like that. But I make sure that I break those ankles. High, that boy canceled. Nah, respect you for what, like what for? Pop a pilly so I feel the rush more. I want like a milli, but plus more. She a 6 off a liquor, she +4. Psych, stay out of my business. Don't look for trouble, you started, I finish. Throw me the package, I wrap it and flip it. We way too different. Dominate, dominate. Watch me dominate. We gon' dominate, we gon' dominate. Ayy, don't got no time to waste. Ayy, don't take no holidays. This that 1-2 combination. Dominate, dominate, dominate. Watch me dominate. We gon' dominate, we gon' dominate, dominate, dominate. Watch me dominate. We gon' dominate, we gon' dominate. I got no time to play, I feel alive today. You like 30 plus, won't get up and get it. I cannot tolerate, I cannot kick it, stupid. Cause I need that bag to move it, circulate. Was waiting for the day I lose it. When these problems send me loopy. Oh yeah, I'm way too booted. Hold up, who else can do this? I got a song for every mood. Go get your girl, she keeps sending. That's fuel for me to keep scheming, applying the pressure, you dig? My mind like a treasure, you dig? And I know that I'm making them sick. While I stop and I post for a pic. I was broke, I was hitting them licks. Had to work for it, now we legit. Took me a minute, it took me a bit. I'ma be great, just give me a tick. The way I dominate, dominate. Watch me dominate, We gon' dominate, we gon' dominate. Ayy, don't got no time to waste. Ayy, don't take no holidays. This that 1-2 combination. Dominate, dominate, dominate. Watch me dominate. We gon' dominate, we gon' dominate. Ayy, don't got no time to waste. Ayy, don't take no holidays. This that 1-2 combination. Dominate, dominate, dominate. Watch me dominate. We gon' dominate, we gon' dominate, dominate, dominate. Watch me dominate. We gon' dominate, we gon' dominate.
Welcome to Spike Leo's Twitch stream. Emilio in the house, y'all. Jane Chris in the house, y'all. Spike Leo in the house. How you doing today? Oh, this is how we get started on Spike Leo's Twitch stream, with a bit of auto-tune and a bit of SP90 collab on the music too. I said, how you doing, fam? How you doing, fam? How you doing, fam? Yo, yo! How's it going, fam? How you doing? Let's go! Ooh, excited! Alright, alright, how you doing? Yo, yo, yo. Oh, let's get this auto-tune off, man. You don't want to hear me sing without auto-tune. That's right. What's good? How you doing? Let's go. Spike Leo stream. Welcome to the stream, fam. Man, it's good to have you here. Another weekend has passed in the infamous Melbourne lockdown. What a joy. What a time to be alive. Hey, it is a great time to be alive because we are diving face first into the world of streaming and internet. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for lockdown. I'd be busy with other things, man, but you know what? I'm glad I'm busy with this. Come on. Come on, Cletus. Come on. Come on. Man, I've been having way too much fun with auto-tune. I love auto-tune, man. Ah! Love myself some auto-tune. Who doesn't love auto-tune? That's it. Auto-tune's meant to be fun, man. Come on. Come on. How you guys doing, man? What's good in the hood? What's good in the hood? How you doing, fam? Man, the weekends are tough, yo. Being locked up in y'all house with nothing to do. Oh, Lord. Sundays, I hate Sundays, man. Fridays are fun, and Saturdays are cool, but you get to Sunday, I had enough. I want to get out of the house and do something. And go eat and be with friends and family and Man, I'm over it. I'm over lockdown. God damn it, son, I'm over it. Oh, man, come on. Come on, Cletus.
Come on, Cletus.
Yeah, exactly.
Come on.
Anyway, how you guys doing, man?
Oh, fuck.
I reckon you could start a TikTok doing what you do with auto-tune in your intros. Advertise for Twitch. Maybe, I don't know. I'll turn them into clips or something. I have no idea, man. Look, I want to state this on the record. Most of the time I have no idea what I'm doing. It's true. I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm just like living life, trying my best, trying to entertain, have a little bit of fun along the way. That's it, man. What about you guys? How you doing today? You're obviously here because you want to, say hey, or you want to jump into some vocal mixing and see what I do with it. And I'm going to be more than happy to share with you all the techniques I've learned over the last 10 years. Oh my gosh, that's a lot of time.
Oh, fuck.
What are you going to do? Yo, MQ's in the house. What's up, brother? How you doing? Good morning, man. Thank you for coming to the stream. I hope last night I inspired you to get some pizza. I ordered some pizza yesterday, and it was terrible, man. It was not gangster pizza. It was bad pizza. Yo, Swayer Swift, how you doing with the Swayer Swift name? I love the Swayer Swift name, man. You're welcome to chill, brother. Of course you're welcome to chill, man. I'm excited to have you. Man, what? That's 7 viewers first thing in the morning? Come on! You guys are crazy. I appreciate you. I'm going to give you a power up, guys. This is for getting at the first part of the stream in the morning. God damn.
Hadouken, Sub-Zero. Hadouken.
I'm Electric Blanca. It's good to have you here, guys. I appreciate y'all, and I hope that I can help you with your mixing today. We got a bunch of stuff to do, and I love Mondays. One, because, Fridays, it's already day 5 of Twitch streaming. So that's a hell of a lot of hours, man. I mean, we're doing like 3, 4, 5 hours a day. I'm trying to make it a little bit more healthy and get to like 2, 3 hours a session. So, after I think like 12, 1 o'clock, I'm like, okay, Spike, you probably should get some work done. Because literally my day has just consisted of streaming, which is awesome. I actually, in the future, wish that I can spend most of my life just streaming and actually just chilling with you guys and talking about how bad my pizza was last night. It was...
Oh, fuck.
It was awful. I was so angry. And you know what? I went to this pizza place and the place looked really good. And I'm a pizza fanatic, okay? The 2 best pizzas in Melbourne, if you're from Melbourne, for me is Rita's Pizza. I have not found a pizza better than Rita's Pizza. And when we were having squad Sunday sessions in the studio, that's like where everyone used to, not in this studio, because this is obviously way too small for 30 people, but in the other studio next door, we had, 20 to 30 people. We'd get pizza, and my dream came true. I would get alcohol for everyone so we can have a drink, and, because everyone walks in and they feel awkward and uncomfortable. Especially people who are new, they kind of sit there like, I'm not really sure what's meant to be going on right now. But it's awkward to socialize because we don't do a lot of it, especially the last 2 years. And so I thought, you know what, I'm going to fund some alcohol for this event. But I was like ordering pizza from all different places, and Rita's Pizza was expensive, man. Rita's Pizza was like, we're talking like $22 to $24 a pizza. So there were a few times where I was like spending $150, $200 on getting like 10 pizzas because I was like, you know what, I want the best pizza for y'all. And then I was like, hey, okay, this month is a bit expensive. Let's try the pizza around the corner. The worst decision of my life. So I actually made a meeting a couple of years ago with the owner of Rita's Pizza. I'm like, listen, dog, I love your pizza and I have events. And, I'd love to just get you guys in and love to order pizza every month, And he's like, okay, sweet. I'm like, what? He's like, yeah, sweet. How many pizzas do you want? I'm like, 10. And he's like, okay, cool. Yeah, he's like, okay, well, first couple of months, you can have it for free. I'm like, what? What? Free pizza from like the greatest pizza place in the world? It's literally 100 meters down the road. And not even 100, like 50 meters. And he's like, yeah, man, like, just take the pizza. I'm like, okay, that's amazing. And then after that, yeah, he's like, look, we'll do a deal. $10 a pizza. I'm like, really? Instead of costing me like $250 for 10 pizzas, I was paying like $100 per pizza. The guys would walk down from the pizza shop, deliver it to the studio for us, and they'd bring us drinks. And that was like gangster shit, man. That was gangster shit. That was like exciting for me. I was like, I'm getting the best pizza in the world for $10 a pizza. Do these guys even know how good? And you guys know how good the pizza is because some of you actually came to the event and you ate the pizza and you're like, damn, man, god damn it, this is some great pizza. And it is. I wish I had a photo of the pizza. It really is the greatest pizza. And let me tell you what makes great pizza. Seeming as y'all here, obviously, to learn about pizza, but what makes a great pizza is this. First, believe it or not, the tomato paste. God damn it, don't go cheap on tomato. Don't go to Woolworths pizza places and get your $1. Don't. Get good, true Italian tomato paste. That shit makes a difference. It makes a difference, man. The tomato paste. Ooh, when you get a dry pizza and you're trying to swallow it and you're like, if this just had a little bit more tomato paste, they have the best quality tomato paste. Second of all, the dough that they use. Yo, thank you for the follow, Pans. This is for the follow, bro. Yes. What's up, brother? Welcome to the stream, man. We appreciate follows here at Spike Leo Music Twitch. Don't know if that's the official name. Anyway, thanks for the follow, bro. And my point is that good pizza needs good dough, okay? That should be obvious, right? And then, high grade cheese. Give me the best shit that cow has produced. I want the best shit, okay? The best cheese. If I'm going to eat cheese now, I used to eat meat, I don't anymore. So I love the cows and I'm vegetarian and I've seen them milking cows for milk and cheese and I feel guilty every time I have some cheese and it sits in my throat overnight and I wake up and it feels terrible. Okay, but the point is you have some good cheese, good tomato paste, okay, good dough, and then the ingredients on top, and that's a great, and then, you put it in the oven, you cook it to perfection, and you're done. That's a great, and 9 out of 10 times Rita Pizza deliver. If the manager's there, always a good pizza, always. And those guys look after you if you're loyal. Welcome to one of the dopest streams. That's right. We're talking about pizza today. I'm joking. We're getting past pizza in a second. Anyway, let me get to my point. I was watching my homie MQ's Twitch stream last night. They were working on a vocal, I think, for the stream today as well. So we're going to have a look at that soon. There's a couple of people that put stuff in, but we're going to have a listen. We're going to see what we got. I ordered a pizza last night. I did a Google search. This is coming full circle, okay? And I spent a good 15, 20 minutes searching in my area for the best rated pizzas. Now, this pizza place got 4.8 stars. There was some that got 4.7, some, most pizza places like 3.2, 3.5. This pizza place was 4.8. And I was like, shiggita, sweet. I'm going to order pizza from here. They look good. It's wood fire pizza. And I was like, you know what? I'm not going to do Uber Eats because if you order pizza in Uber Eats, 9 out of 10 times you're going to get cold pizza. And that already makes the pizza a piece of shit, right? It makes a pizza. If you get cold pizza, the last thing you want to do is be like, sweet, okay, Uber Eats. I didn't have to leave my house because it was freezing last night. But thank God for Uber Eats. They delivered. Now I'm just going to turn on the oven. No, you don't want to turn on the oven and put your pizza in the... You don't want to put your pizza in the oven. You just ordered a pizza and they've cooked it and it's like getting it and putting it in the microwave. It's a fresh pizza. You're like, and so what you do is you're like, I'm not going to put this in the oven. I'm going to try and enjoy this pizza. And it's like half warm. Okay, it's like a half warm, but you're like, you're going to eat it because you have pride and dignity. You don't want to put it in the oven. Okay, that's like next day's pizza. You put it in the fridge and the next day you put it in the oven and you're like, sweet, because this was from yesterday. I'm putting it in the oven now. I'm going to make it hot and crispy and I'm going to pretend it's a fresh pizza. Okay, but it's not a fresh pizza. So anyway, I ordered this pizza last night. I went and picked it up. I left. I put shoes on. It was cold. I was watching MQ's stream. I had to leave, interrupt his stream to go get my pizza for me and my missus. Okay, Sunday treat because I'm fat because I haven't worked out for like God knows, like for 2 years. Okay, because of COVID. I love COVID. Awesome. And I'm going on a bit around here, but I'm getting to my point. So I picked up the pizza. The place looked dope. It looked like clean, and I'm like, this is gonna be a good pizza, okay? Because I'm picking it up and I'm taking it home. It's gonna be fresh. And I went home. I opened the pizza, and it was terrible. It was terrible. I was so angry. I was like, after all of that, it was a terrible pizza. It was warm. The cheese was shit. The dough was shit. It was undercooked, and the tomato paste. And anyway, that's my pizza rant. So my point is, I don't live next to Rita's Pizza anymore, but God bless them and their pizza. Because 400 Graddy's all right, but Rita's Pizza is the business, man. So I appreciate great pizza. And last night, the pizza was very, very I got fat for no reason. That really pisses me off. It's like, look, man, I've made a decision tonight to abuse my body with unhealthy food. If I'm going to do that, I want it to be the best unhealthy food I've ever had. And I was like sitting there with my phone. I'm like, do I give the dude a bad review? Do I give the dude 1-star review? Do I do that? And I felt guilty because I'm like, we're in COVID. People are struggling. I don't want to hurt the guy's business, but I was really...
Catch me outside. How about that?
I was pissed. Man. So I put on weight, obviously, because I ate a pizza because I was starving, but it was crap and it was warm and the ingredients were terrible. All right, let's get to music. Woo! Yes. Come on, finally. Shit, man, we lost one viewer just talking about pizza. That's what happens, man. Yeah, you go off on a trail about pizza on a music stream and you piss people off. That's fine. All right, so we're going to go... Welcome to Spike's Door. Thank God the buttons are working. Some people aren't pizza fans. Hey man, you can't please everyone. Sway a Swift. Such a great name. You can't please everyone, but I just wanna tell you guys, like, don't order bad. The pizza place was called 458 Pizza. 458 Pizza. If you're watching my stream, I'm very disappointed. I actually wanted to write a review. They won't be watching my stream because they're busy making pizza. But I wanted to write a review saying, guys, if you want to... And I was also angry at all the people who left a review. Okay, this is the last bit of my pizza rant. I was angry at the other people who left a review because it was bullshit. The reviews were crap. I wanted to tell everyone on there, what type of pizza are you guys eating? Like what pizza is this that you give it a 5-star rating? There was lots of them. There was like one or two people like, this pizza is dry and crap. I'm like, dude, I feel you. No one here knows pizza. How do you not understand pizza? It's like it's like fish and chips in Australia. Pizza and fish and chips. I mean, that's what we grow up on, isn't it? Mum couldn't be bothered cooking. Here's a pizza. It's like, great. I love pizza. Anyway, I wanted to write a review saying you should go try Readers or you should go try 400 Graddy. Don't open a pizza shop. If you just have a pizza shop and they're not making pasta, they're not making boiled duck. That sounds disgusting. I've never had boiled duck. They're not making boiled duck or roast duck or there's nothing. It's literally just pizza, and it was just disappointing. Imagine Imagine it's like you're like, you know what? I want to make pizza for a living, and your pizza is crap. It's like, dude, that's all you do. You have one job. Your job is to make great pizza. How is it hard? How is it hard to understand what a great pizza is? Do I have high pizza expectations? Pizza expectations. That doesn't work. I tried. Do I have maybe I have high pizza stand. I mean, it shouldn't be hard, you know? Shouldn't be hard, especially if you're like I think the dude was Italian, which just pissed me off even more. It's like, dude, you're Italian. It's your hair. Pizza is in your blood, man. Your blood is like tomato paste. Come on. Come on, Cletus.
Come on, Cletus. Come on.
Anyway, that's my pizza story. Very, very disappointing. Wasn't a gangster pizza, but it is what it is. All right, so we got a few things to look at today before we get started with some, vocal mixing. I hope you guys are enjoying the stream thus far. Again, thank you for being here. I really appreciate it. Monday morning? I mean, come on, guys. You're at the start of the stream. It makes me want to press all the buttons. Like last week, I had a lot of these moments.
Seems like no one takes me seriously. And so
Emilio,
I'm wrong.
there was no love in the pizza. There was no love. You didn't make it love.
Pour it on me.
But he was like, the owner was like 6 foot, He was like 6 foot and he had muscles on his muscles. So I was scared to tell him that his pizza... That's the real reason behind me not leaving a bad review, because I was scared of him. I was like, I live in the area, and if he's walking down the street and sees me, he may kill me. And I just wasn't prepared. I wasn't prepared to risk my life and my family to give that guy bad... Actually, you know what? Come to think of it, I reckon most people are terrified of that pizza joint because the guy's like a mammoth, and they just don't want to leave him a bad review. There must have been lots of people in my position who are like, yeah, I picked up the pizza and that guy's like 5 times the size of me. I'm just not gonna do it, okay? All right, so we have some tracks here. We have, I don't think Luca's in. Luca usually comes through, but we have Luca on his 100-day beat challenge. He's on day 7. You know what? The hardest thing to do, guys, is like to say you're going to do something and to do it. So these 100-day beat challenges, 300-day song challenge, that shit is hard, man. Like, even for me, like going, okay, I'm going to go on Twitch every day, 5 days a week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. That's 5, right? Yeah. And it's hard because, you have days where you're like, I don't feel like it today. And you just do it anyway. But you know what? On the days where you don't feel like it, sometimes the best shit happens, man. So it's like, I always think of that, that image where they're like digging in the ground for diamonds. You guys know that image? Digging for diamonds picture, yeah? And this one here, I always think of this picture, that image right there. I don't want to be that guy. Looks really upset. And he's just, look how close he was. Look how close he was to the gems. And this guy's like, God damn it, I need a gem. I'm sick of this 9-to-5 job. Anyway, you get my drift. I've come with the energy today, as you can feel. So, got a few tracks here. I mean, I don't know if we'll wait for Luca. Let's play a little bit of Luca's track number 7, all right? Let's have a listen. Well, I already like the beginning. Isn't it amazing how we judge songs like in the first 3 seconds? It's a reality, man. So this is Luca Symphon. It's on our Discord channel. He uploads his new tracks day to day. Yes, sir. I like the vibe, Luca. I'd love to hear it on the big boy speakers. Hold on. Let me just go big boy. like it. I'm just missing a little bit of the kick, I guess. Is very 808. I mean, you can just have 808s with no kicks. I would like a bit of kick on there. Look, by day 100, he's going to be absolutely killing it. That's Luca. Give it up for Luca. All right, so let's have a look. We also have some tracks by Josh. Josh's last name, Josh Angrisano. All right, let's check out Joshy's stuff. He's a dope rapper who's been quite aggressively producing his own stuff. So let's have a look. We've got 2 tracks here. Have a listen to a bit. Can't Lose and Honey Butter. Ooh, already vibe. Nando's Peri Peri Perks. Oh, thanks, guys. $13.
I just want to pay. Can I just pay, please? Just let me pay.
Sounds like a sample from, can't remember the name of that band.
Can I pay?
We all got our reasons for staying or leaving.
Check out Joshy.
We all battle demons.
Great tone in his voice.
Will they get the best of us? That deepens. Let's deepen the flow up. When will I grow up? I don't like grown-ups. Got some kids on my own. Gotta show up. In album mode, leave me alone. Trying to blow up. Trying to drive straight, but I keep doing donuts. Hold up. I just wanna take my baby places that I've never been. Trying to be grateful at the same time, never settle in. Let me settle in. I feel like a veteran. I'm a fool with my eyes closed. Trying to get to heaven, man. And if I'm wrong, let me know it. Time is short, pray I don't blow it. You gotta lie, you better show it. Ooh, I be breaking down the walls. Feeling like I can't lose. Hold tight all night, breaking all the rules. Can't stop fighting till I get what I'm due. Either lay down or you stand and make moves. Feeling like I can't lose. Hold tight all night, breaking all the rules. Can't stop fighting till I get what I'm due. Either lay down or you stand and make moves. Tell me who are you? When I'm blue, I go searching clues. Life is better when we come in twos. Locked in with nothing to do. Hey, welcome back. Vibe on tap. From the front to the back. This a slap. That's a Stephen. Come on, protection. The words like it's a violin. Hear the sirens outside.
I love this track, man.
Knock us down, still we ride.
The mix is much better.
Either lay down or you stand and make
And I love this again. Yeah, the mix is much better. It's hitting really hard, bro. There's just, in the chorus, some of the bells, there's some resonance coming through that hurts my ears a little bit. So I would just tame those down a bit with like a multi-band compressor or Soothe 2 if you have it. If you don't, you should get it. It's a vibe though, bro. Total vibe. Reminds me of Robert Glasper Experiment. Is that what his name? Robert Glasper. Yeah, I feel like it's an sample from there. But it's dope vibes, man. Absolutely dope vibes. I really love that track. He's improved heaps. Jesus, man. He's mixing his own stuff now. He came to me to do some lessons. But he improved heaps. That track is... That's tough, man. That's tough. Get up for Joshy. Come on. Good work, bruv. Good work. All right, let's hear a bit of his other track. Then we're going to check out Tyler's stuff as well. Yeah, man. That was... it's got some major swag. It's got some swag. All right, this one's called Honey Butter by Josh as well.
Check.
Okay.
Recorded this in my car, bro. Recorded this in my car. How much I want it.
Sending love to Connor, bro.
Go crank the beat up loud, please. Car all
Let's hope he can quit that day job soon.
Don't forget the ones who ain't around. They angels now. Let's make them proud. Windows down, go crank the beat up loud, please. Car all look straight, don't make a sound. Don't forget the ones who ain't around. They angels now. Let's make them proud. Never really know what you got till it's gone. Never really know what's next till you're gone. Never really know what you got till it's gone. Never really know what's next till you're gone. Flashbacks to high school, driving up to Whataburger. Toast to the honey butter chicken biscuit midnight chauffeurs. You ain't know nothing about that. Hometown bar for the hometown cast. Nowadays I don't know where my hometown's at. On people would've recognized me if I walked past. That's just how it goes though. Young body also. Life lessons got a boatload, but hey, I'm still afloat, so I must do something right. Or I'm distraction blessed. Perhaps a mix of both. Life is so complex. Heart is on my chest. If I'm wrong, keep me in check. Some days I be extra stressed. Was the God I claim to rep. I still doubt there's something there. Not what you wanna hear. I miss my adolescent days, driving with no care. Windows down, go crank the beat up loud, please. Car out, look straight, don't make a sound. Don't forget the ones who ain't around. They angels now, let's make them proud. Windows down, go crank the beat up loud, please. Car out, look straight, don't make a sound. Don't forget the ones who ain't around.
Yeah.
Angels now, let's make them proud. Never really know what you got.
This one's, the songwriting's really good, but there's a lot of mixing issues here, which I think he already knows. Total West Coast vibe, man, yeah. I would have liked it that the keys were a bit more sustained instead of more kind of.
Sorry, the truth is too much game. Water it down so they can relate. The older I get, the more my brain. I guess it's obvious. Marriage monogamous out my music, but through the metropolis.
Yeah, so this one. This one's really, the songwriting's good and Josh's tone's great, but there's a lot of issues here. Obviously, I'm really attracted to drums. So the first issue for me is the snare drums are way too loud. Oh, hold up, fam, hold up.
Feel it. In the process, you know I kill it. In the process, you know I kill it. Trying to go professional with it. This no hobby, this no gimmick. I'm just praying someone out there listening to it. Hope your windows down and you crank that music. Windows down, go crank the beat up loud, please. Car out, look straight, don't make a sound. Don't forget the ones who ain't around. They angels now, let's make them proud. Windows down, go crank the beat up loud, please. Car out, look straight, don't make a sound. Don't forget the ones who.
So I guess with this one, man, the issue is, the sounds are good. I think like that, the snare drum is hitting too hard. Kick is not enough. So I think the drums have to be leveled a bit and need some like compression on the drums so it feels like one drummer, not many different sounds. And I think that West Coast synth sound is cool. Either needs to be, if it's like a bit more kind of staccato, I guess, with the way it's being played, I think like some reverb or something to blend it in a bit more so it's not so dry, or I would like change that to a more sustained vibe. I think the track's good. The first one, was fire, so that's what you got to compare it to at the end of the day. You know what I mean? Like, it's going to come back to like, it needs to be as good as your best track. Or better. You can't go backwards. So that, I would say this one looks like it's in version 2 where the other one's on version 6 or whatever, but this one's not ready yet. Give it up for Joshy boy. All right, let's check Tyler. Tyler, where you at? Okay, so this is one of our newest members on the stream. Username on Discord, want to tell him how much I liked his track. All right, let's have a look at Joshy. Able to give feedback to my next release, mixing-wise? Yeah, of course. Send it through. You can send it through right now. We're doing feedback, and then we're going to get into some mixing. Josh. Not sure what Josh's name is there, but let me find out. Okay. Next, we're going to play Tyler's track. Where's Josh here? I can't remember his username. But I'll let him know people want to be in touch. Okay, let's go to Tyler. Where you at? Borehole. All right. Like some Aphex Twin stuff. All right, man. That was some crazy shit. Oh my God, give it up for Tyler. God damn. That's like some Aphex Twin type stuff, man. It's old school. That was Panpsychism. Panpsychism. All right, now I'm reading the name better. Nice stuff, bro. I'd love to know if you're still in the room. What kind of stuff is that for? Is that like writing it for games, or is that just for your own kind of stuff? Have you released anything? I'd love some info, man. All right, let's download Emilio Escove. I need to download that as a sound. Does anyone know what that is? Night of the Roxbury. That's old school, man. All right. Amelia. Okay, hold up. It's for your own stuff. Probably going to be a single. Yeah, it's crazy, man. I mean, it's crazy. I want to have a listen on the big speakers. Give me a second. Let's try this. Yeah, I mean, that's, man, everything there is crazy. The mix is crazy. Crazy. I'd say it's like maybe a little bit bright on the top. You remind me, is this a big influence of yours, bro? This dude right here, Geseffelstein? Because that feels like your bag right there. that kind of, that's, you know, that's like his kind of territory. But it's crazy, man. Like, the mixing is crazy. How it starts in mono. You never heard it? Bruh. Oh my God. Come on. Bruh, go check this dude out, man. This is going to be like your new hero, man. His style of music. You know, you sound like old school Aphex Twin. But this dude's got some real crazy experimental stuff. Very, very good. You will love him. I'd go check out all of his work. Yeah, I love how you use like the mono, like everything was in mono and then it just like exploded into stereo, and it's clever production, man. I'd say it's like a tiny bit on the bright spectrum, just up top, like a fraction, but I'm really sensitive to that type of stuff. But yeah, I mean, the production is crazy. The instrumentation and everything, man. So well done, dude. I mean, it's cool. I'd love to hear some more of your stuff, bro. I'd love to hear some more. Panpsychism, Tyler. Let's go. All right, let's check out Emilio. Emilio, like an avalanche. All right, let's have a listen. All right. Cool. May I have a listen on the speakers? I think it sounds unfinished. Yeah, I feel like it's missing. Hold on. Yeah, I feel like, look, firstly, it's lovely. Okay, I'll tell you the good things first. It's lovely. It's a nice vibe. The sounds are beautiful. It feels good. It feels like it's got some emotion and stuff in it. But I think I'm waiting for the drums to drop. Some like weekend drums or 80s drums. Like, I feel like there needs to be a drop with drums. In terms of the mixing, the bass is too loud. There needs to be a little bit more movement. You know, it's kind of like instrumentally, the music is going from beginning to end. And the problem with that is that listeners get bored quickly. You know, you're listening to 3, 5, 10 seconds of a song. It's got to change and it's got to move. You've got to be able to miss the chorus. I think instrumentally, there needs to be more structure in the arrangement of like, this is the verse, this is the chorus. Not really sure because it's whole 3 minutes, you know, so you're going to lose listeners from that. And I think it needs like some drums to drop. I think the song itself is cool and the sounds are really beautiful. But you know, that synth is going dunk, duck, 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 duck. You could like either leave that for the chorus or the verse, and then on the, you know, say if that's the verse, and then the chorus you have like some sustained chords. That's probably what I'd like to hear, like. It needs that pickup. The vocal mixing, and this is all with love, you know. I'm saying all this with love, but I'm going to be 100% honest with you guys. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. So the vocals need a lot of work. Your vocals are lovely, but the mixing, they're very thin. There's not much low frequency, and something's going on with the compression where it's like it sucks the vocal away. I can hear it in some spots.
Feeling restless, I'm worried.
So there's definitely compression issues.
I can feel it in my body.
We're losing some words.
Just keeps racing, thinking, wondering what could be. Crashing down the
See, right there.
thinking, wondering what could be. Crashing down the street, and wondering what
It's like the vocal disappears or gets sucked away. So there's a lot of mixing issues there. So what I would suggest is a few things. You know, this is what I say to people when they come in. I'm like, you know, people who are producing their own stuff. I'm like, and you can answer this question. Do you want to be a singer or do you want to be a producer? Okay? Do you want to be a professional music producer or do you want to be a professional singer? If you look at professional music producers, they've been producing for 10, 20, 30 years, right? If you look at professional singers, the ones who you love and admire, whether that's Christina Aguilera, Beyonce, or any of those guys, the best of the best have been singing 10, 20, 30 years, and they do it every day. So my point is that, you know, if you want to, that's okay. If you want to do both, that's also fine. If you want to be the best at something, this is advice that I got when I was younger, then you need to put all your eggs in that basket. I'm going to go 100%. Now, I didn't listen to that advice either. I was you can always watch the stream back if you miss something. I was I wanted to be a drummer. I started off as a drummer, and I wanted to do lots of things. I wanted to sing, I wanted to do hip hop, blah, blah, blah. And my mentor said to me when I was younger, you know, focus at one, be the best at it. But for me, it's like, well, I like too many things. So I never became the best at anything. But by the time I was in my 20s, I was like really damn good at doing quite a lot of them. So there weren't many people who could like, at the time, dance like I could and sing and act. And, you know, I was like a jack of all trades, and I had some things that I was better at. But having the combination of like those different things as a performer really helped me get a lot of work overseas for like, you know, most of my 20s. So I think there is an advantage to it, but if you're average at everything, obviously it doesn't help. You need to be like really great at a few things. And at the time I was a really good hip hop dancer. I was a pretty good singer. I wasn't the best. I was a pretty good drummer. I've been drumming since I was very little, and my acting was pretty good. You know what I mean? I wasn't Leonardo DiCaprio, but I was quite good at a few things, so it made me very employable. My point is, started off as a singer wanting to produce, and then I fell in love with production. I'm like, you know what? I love producing so much. I just want to be a producer. And it's, I'm sitting here 10 years later. This is 10 years work, man. 10 years work, okay? Right here in this room. So, my point is it's taken me a very, very long time to get here. And I'm happy with where I'm at, but, I was, 10 years, man. Look, you can do it quicker. There's no like, oh, it's going to take you this amount of time. But, people talk about the 10,000 hours and the amount of time you spend on your craft. You just got to think like the people who are doing it are doing it every day, and they're doing it for hours and hours and hours. So it's not to unmotivate you. It's just to like, if you said to me, you know what, I just want to be a great singer. So I would say do singing lessons, practice every day, do songwriting every day if you want to be a songwriter. And whatever you're doing work-wise or wherever you would generate money from, save that money, make your tracks, and then send it off to someone who mixes professionally. Because he's been mixing for 10, 20, 30 years. He does that every day. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's hard to get to that level when someone has spent so much time just doing that discipline. And it's the same with singing. Like, I can't sing like Beyonce, but Beyonce was singing every day since she was 14, 15, 16. And I only started music production at 27. Okay? So it's like, you might think, oh my God, I'm too old. You're not too old, man. I started music production at 27. I'm just getting started. And you hear everyone say that, like, I'm just getting started. It's true. It's really true. So this song needs some arrangement work. It needs a bit more production. The sound selection is beautiful. The sonics are good. But it definitely would need some drums to drop, I feel. I feel like you're missing out on an opportunity to make the song lift. Because, songwriting is about building, what's the word I'm looking for? Building tension and release. Any good song builds tension, starts quiet, dynamics, builds up, excitement, boom, takes off, okay? Release of tension. That is the idea. So this song doesn't build any tension, doesn't have much dynamics, and there's no release. There's no payoff for the listener to go, oh my God, that feels so good. You get what I'm saying? And when it feels so good, it's like, I want that again. You want the person to want to listen to it again. And this sounds like pop songwriting to me. So there is a formula, and you can copy any arrangement that you want from any song, but it needs an intro, needs a verse, maybe breakdown into a chorus, back into a verse, into pre-chorus, chorus, outro. That's what it needs. It doesn't have that in the music at the moment. The mixing is letting it down. But I'd say before you even bother about mixing, get the production finished. So make sure there's sections. Try experimenting with adding some drums, because I'm going to tell you, you're going to be surprised. When you put the right sounding drums in, I would say listen to the Weeknd 80s, cool 80s types of drums, or just go to Splice and check out this dude called Oliver, because those drums will make it bump. That's what it's missing in the track. So I would just really revisit it. Don't be discouraged or disheartened, because the song has potential. It's beautiful, but it needs work. So you can either experiment yourself, hit someone up who's got a lot of experience, work with them remotely, collaborating online or whatever. That is my advice. Take it or leave it. But great job. The song definitely has legs, and I think it can be really, really beautiful. But there's a lot of elements that are still needed. MQ says, strongly agree. Focused on the craft you thoroughly enjoy, and collaborate higher for the rest. Ideally with people who are focusing on the craft that they enjoy. Exactly. You only want people on your team who are hungry and love what they're doing. And you need to understand that you can't be the best at everything. I was doing production, mixing, mastering, blah, blah, blah. Now, I love songwriting and production. I love it. I love mixing because I want stuff to sound the way I want it, and I've spent many years working on that and doing lessons. Mastering, I don't love it, and after I've listened to a track for 20, 30 hours, I don't want to hear it anymore, and I can't hear it for the first time. I've been working on it for 20, 30 hours, so I send it off to a mastering engineer with fresh ears, who I trust, who knows my taste, and can hear it for the first time. That's a magical thing for someone who hears a song the first time, because they'll give you their honest opinion. And I would never send my song to like friends or the public. What do you think of this? You'll get 1,000 opinions. Send it to professionals who you think have golden ears. I have someone who has a set of golden ears I will send something to and be like, can you give me some feedback on the mix or whatever off their first listen? And I trust them, but I don't trust everyone. I don't want to send it to 50,000 people and be like, what do you think? What do you think? What do you think? Because music's subjective. Everyone's going to have a different opinion. You start getting confused as shit. So yeah, I would definitely focus on your strengths, what you love, work on them and upskill yourself. What you're not good at, be honest with yourself, send that out. Okay? It's going to cost you, but that person's been hopefully working on it for 10, 20, 30 years. You'll get it back. You'll be like, shit, yeah. Okay? For me, it's the same with mastering. All the rhythm came down from synths, but yeah, thank you. I'll do this. Yeah, I really do. Yeah, the rhythm of the synths are cool. They're cool. Don't get rid of them. Just create sections where it's not going for 3 minutes. I just feel a bit how you're going because I'm studying a degree for production. Yeah, it's not good quality. Oh, man. It's all good. Don't be discouraged. MQ, that's the best part. You're studying and you love it, so knowing there's room for improvement. Exactly. And if you're studying it, the first step is you're already aware that it needs work. We're hearing from someone further down the track with a lot of notes. Thank you, MQ. Yes. So it's just about putting in the work, making the mistakes. My first mixes were shit. Really shit. Give me 2 seconds, guys.
What could be? I'm crashing down the street like an avalanche, taking over me. Knew this girl had the world at her given hand. She was about 19, going to 20, didn't see no comprehend. Then she looked at me and said, you don't know nothing, nothing at all. I'm rolling down the street,
Yeah. All right.
trembling at the sea.
Yeah, I mean, Amelia, you could have sent that track through for today. I could have considered it as one of the tracks for mixing, but I think it just needs production work, So I'm happy to help you with that because I'm doing this streaming every day. Get the production down, fix up the arrangement, get me some like intro, verse, pre-chorus, chorus, and then I'd like to hear some drums in there, and then send it through to me on Discord. We'll have a look at it on Twitch together. I'll do a whole tutorial. I'll give you some mixing. We're going to do some mixing tips today. If you're just tuning in, we're going to go into some mixing vocals, and I'm going to show you my process for that. Yeah, there's a lot of people. So Amelia, there's a website on Facebook called Make Pop Music. You probably know about it. There is a shitload of people there. I promise you there's someone who will want to mix it for free. You can just say, look, guys, I know this is, totally unorthodox. I'm not devaluing anyone, but, I want to just see if someone's willing to get some mix experience. I can't afford it, blah, 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 et cetera, et cetera. Is someone willing to mix it for free? You can do that. Spike Sizzle for some work and trade. Yeah, MQ, that's a great point. People's projects. This is a great point, guys, what MQ has brought up. I want to talk about this for a second. So there is this way of, I wouldn't say, can you do this for free? You need to think of yourself what you have to offer as an artist and a creative. And you need to say to yourself, what could I offer someone that is of value? Now, Amelia, you have a lovely voice, so you can sing. And you need to think like, what type of singing do you do? What's the genre? And what value could you offer people? And that could be a value exchange. So what I found when I was building my business that we're sitting in right now is that when I haven't had money, I've been able to offer value exchanges. So it's like you create a favor bank. You're building relationships, but I'm obsessed with videography. I'm well aware that I suck at it. I suck at filming and I suck at editing. I started trying to do editing and I didn't have time, and I'm like, I need to hire people for this. And we all know videography, thousands of dollars, costs stupid money. I can't afford that. I'm building a business. And I would try and find exchanges. Like, let me know if you have clients, because I'm happy to make music from scratch for you and your clients for your videos. Exclusive rights, I'll make a track for whatever you need. So I would say, if you film me for free and do this video for free, if you film me, I'll exchange with you a free track. My tracks, say for instrumental, this costs $500. Are you willing to do ABC? So, the idea that we say, I don't have the money, I think we got to be a little bit more business savvy than that and think, what is the value exchange that we can offer something to someone for something that we want? Because most of the time we're hitting up people saying what we want. And this is what I was talking about the other day. Like, we need to think about what the other person wants and we need to offer value. And it's not always even exchange. Sometimes you can look at someone who's ahead of you and be like, how can I offer them value? And we discuss this. Sometimes it's like buying a bottle of wine. Other times it's paying them money to have a chat. It might be, I know I've been watching this person for ages. He needs a vocalist. I'll do it for free. Hey man, hit me up. I want to do this for you. I won't charge anything. Just let me do it. You know what I mean? By doing these things, you're building relationships and you're offering value. It's a value exchange. By offering value to someone else and what they want and their business, you create a favor bank. Doesn't always mean you're going to get back, but you have a great chance of being able to reciprocate something should you need it later. It's a really, really clever, effective method when you can't afford a mixer. Like, try and think with a mix engineer, what would add value to them? Maybe it's sharing their posts all the time. Let's think, out of all the thousands of posts you post on Instagram or Facebook or IG stories, whatever it is, who's reposting your shit? 1%? If that, 1% of people are reposting your shit, right? That is offering value to you. When you guys repost my shit, I've said this, that is such huge value to me. So that's how you build community and relationship. It's like, MQ jumps into my stream, I'm going to jump into that homie's stream. I want to show him support. That's offering value. He needs viewers, I need viewers. We're trying to build. Why don't we build together? So a lot of people are always in it for themselves. How can I offer people value with what I have? Now, I'm not saying I'm going to go mix 10 tracks for free, because that doesn't offer me anything, and I got to make money at the end of the day. But it's like, you just need to know when to do it, when not to do it. You don't want people to waste your time. Your time is extremely valuable, so don't just give it away. But do think, nothing is for free. Even if someone says, I'll do it for free, there's no such thing as free. There's a reason and an incentive that person is doing it. If they say, I'll mix your track for free, maybe because they want to build their catalog and they want to post that on their website so they can get more work because they love your song. They're like, oh my God, this song's amazing. I'm going to mix this. And then it becomes like, it's like mine. I mixed it. I made it sound that good, So it's like everyone has an incentive as to why they're doing something. Nothing is free in this world, but that can be a healthy value exchange. So if we do offer a healthy exchange of value, you can often reciprocate it. So Emilio, that's what I would highly suggest. But again, the song just needs a little bit of work. But yes, I'm more than happy to do some mixing tutorials with that track once it gets up to standard. So take the suggestions that I took and work at them. And then feel free to send me the track anytime. I'm always happy and I have been for many years, just giving feedback to people who need it. Okay, so you can take it or leave it, baby. All right, let's go to give it up for Emilio. Okay. So we've done some feedback. Let's get to the next part of our Twitch stream. Today we will be talking about mixing live vocals. Now I had a few tracks sent through. Let's have a look at Shigga Schwa. Let's go share tracks. Just on the Discord channel if you guys are not here. We did have something from Corruption. I don't think Corruption can make it today, so I am going to go to my homie MQ. Yes, don't release today, Emilio. You know what? There's nothing wrong with working on your craft and taking a little bit longer and take your time. You know, once you feel really confident with what you're doing, then, you know, release like crazy. Release as much as you can. But do the best you can do with this track. I've given you some pointers there that I think will really help it. And you'll be really happy to make those changes. So if you're scared of touching it, save it as it is. Save another track that you can play with separately. And then just start, release every 3 weeks, great. But try and get the track quality a little bit higher, okay? And I'm happy to go back and forth with you. If you need advice, you can send it to me. I'll have a listen. Or anyone else in the chat would be happy to, I'm sure. Okay, let's have a look here. Where are we? I think I've downloaded this. MQ, yes. MQ, show in Finder. There we go. Okay, we're going to load this up now. And we're going to talk some mixing. Let's have a look here. Sweet. Let's get into some vocal mixing, fam. Delicious H2O. This is some splash pack stuff I've just started this morning. Is that sexy or what? Ooh. Oh girl. Da 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 da. I'm not going to be singing on that, but I do need to find a male R&B singer, if any of you in the chat know. Oh, sexy vibes. Alright, by the way, MQ, where that milestone is on the stem notes where I had it when I did basic music during recording, but they're at, alright. Let's chuck it in, let's see what we got from Mr. MQ and Connor. Okay, what's the BPM, please, sir? We can find out, but if you know the BPM. One of my added files, sample rate of change project. I'm going to have to do it in 44.1 or else our stream's going to go funny. Dunk. 93, thank you, sir. 93. Alright. It's a vibe. It's totally the vibe of yesterday, this track. Who did the music? By the way, MQ.
Why don't we just chill, baby?
So are Connor's... Oh, wait. We have Connor's vocals separately?
Team this, team that, team on a team, taking jabs at...
Do we have Connor's vocals separately, or are they mixed into the track?
Can we just chill?
Because it'd be good to do a singing vocal and a rap vocal for this session.
Why don't we just chill, baby?
Gotcha.
Oh, can we just chill?
I gotcha. Shame. Alright. I imagine Connor's at work, so he can't send us the stems.
About sports with their spouses.
All right. Well, let's go like this. I did want to do some singing vocals as well. Look, rap vocals are the same in a sense. It won't be exactly the same because it's a bit more dry. Yeah, if you want to hit up Connor, see if you can send it through because I'd love to do a little bit of work for you guys on an actual vocal, that a singing vocal, and I'm happy to do a rapping vocal as well, of course.
On outside, can't decide. Neighbors throwing
So these are raw stems, yeah?
on outside, right or wrong, I can't decide. Neighbors throwing stones in glass houses, arguing about sports with their spouses.
Yeah, raw
On
vocals.
outside, right or wrong, I can't decide. Neighbors throwing stones in glass houses, arguing.
Okay, so if anything's not clear, guys, while you're here, please, no question is too stupid to ask. Not at all. Ask anything you like. All right, let's take the jacket off. Ooh-wee. Okay. So I'm just going to go through my basic process, and you can ask anything you like, and if something's not clear. Now, I can use any plugin to mix a vocal. I can use native plugins. I love UAD plugins. You can use Slate Digital. You can use Wave plugins. Doesn't really matter. Modern plugins make modern records. So the better your plugins, the better you're going to be able to, be able to play with the sound and get it sounding just sharper. The better the plugin, the less plugins you need to use to get to that point. Does that make sense? So sometimes one plugin will do the work of, say, 3. Okay, so let's have a look here.
There's a lot going on outside, right or wrong, I can't decide. Neighbors throwing stones in glass houses, arguing about sports with their spouse.
Sweet, so let's go.
There's a lot going.
So this is my main vocal here. Okay, so we'll call this man.
There's a lot going on outside, right or wrong, I can't decide. Neighbors throwing stones in glass houses, arguing about sports with their spouses. Team this, team that, team not on a team, taking jabs at each other, split apart seems till it seems that we're lost in the fray. Where we're going, I don't know anyway. It's been a long day, I've been working straight through, 1,000 worries in my.
Okay, so we're gonna mute the backing vocals here. I'm just gonna go straight to the main.
There's a lot going on outside.
Now I have presets, but let's just go from scratch. So presets are good if you get something that you like and then you want to get back to it quickly. So generally speaking, let's put put this in mono. So the first thing that I usually start with would be going through a console desk. So if you look at big studios, you can use Waves or Universal, it doesn't matter. Let's go Waves because Waves is more common than UAD, okay? So you can go through a SS channel, you can go through so there's an SSL console, a Neve console, and an API console. All these consoles act exact. Connor also said the beat was a sketch demo, so you had a bit of mixing work needing to do. Yeah, that's okay. No stress. If Connor gets through, he can send through the vocal. If not, no stress. So there's 3 different consoles. All the consoles act the same unless you drive them. So when we drive things, which means like drive an input, it actually creates saturation. And what that does is it gives us color and flavor. So, SSL was, I don't want to do a history lesson too much, but SSL was common for like hip hop. And then we have API, we have Neve. Neve console was really good for like guitars, mid-based frequencies, and vocals. So a very famous preamp is called the Neve 1073. Okay, typically, I just turned it off. It looks like this. That's a Neve 1073. So you go into the preamp and it has its own color, and these are some EQ points: high EQ, mid EQ, low EQ. We can push those, okay? So what I'm going to do for this rap vocal is I'm going to pretend that we're going through a preamp first. So you can go through a console or a preamp. So we're going to go Waves. Now the 1073, you can write this down if it's of importance to you, is a popular, very, very popular preamp, very famous on vocals. In the Waves plugins, it's called the Sheps 73. It looks like this. Okay, the UAD one looks like this. So that's like typically what the console look like. This is the Waves. Is this one better? Yeah, probably a little bit. Can you get great results with both? Yes, you can. So if we go here and have a listen.
There's a lot going on outside, right or wrong.
So we got preamp.
Neighbors throwing stones.
It's just going through. Waves plugins, they're always on sale like every day of the year pretty much. So this might be $20-$30. You can see which ones are valuable to you. So there's a drive feature here.
There's a lot going on outside.
You can see you get some distortion.
There's a lot going on outside.
If you push it.
Right or wrong, I can't decide. Neighbors throwing.
So if we have a listen here, just a little bit of drive.
There's a lot going on outside. Right or wrong, I can't decide.
So you can turn it off.
Throwing stones in glass houses, arguing.
So that gives you drive, a little bit of distortion, which can add some color and come through quite nicely. But if we didn't want to use that distortion, we just want to go through the preamp, you drive the input. Output is volume, input is driving the sound, okay?
There's a lot going on outside. Right or wrong, I can't decide.
So this should give us some volume, obviously, and it also gives us some color. Would I start doing EQ points at the beginning? No.
There's a lot going on outside. Right or wrong.
That's without.
There's a lot going on outside. There's a lot going on outside.
So it warms it up, gives it a little bit of a boost, okay? Now, everything that we do is going to give it a small little bit of a small piece of flavor. We're not meant to be using one plugin and it just like changes everything. We gradually want to add and create colors and flavors. So the next thing I would do after a preamp is I'd go through some type of tube saturation or tape saturation. In this case, I would usually use UAD Studer, which is a tape saturation. Looks like this.
There's a lot going on outside. Right or wrong, I can't decide. Neighbors throwing stones in glass houses, arguing about sports.
So you can see it gives it a boost. It gives it a little bit of body. Let's say you don't have Studer. Okay, we're going to go into Waves and we're going to use, there's J37, which some of you may have heard of, and there's the Kramer tape. Kramer tape is okay. They're not my favorite tape emulations, but they're okay. And you can use any other one in this order that we're doing. You can use FabFilter, what is it? Saturn, I think it's called. FabFilter Pro Saturn, or you can use Kramer. There's lots of different options when it comes to mixing vocals, but it's all kind of the same method. So if we go now to A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, there we go. Kramer tape. Let's have a look at this. Whole bunch of scary buttons, okay? So if I explain this too quickly, just holler at me, but you can always watch it back. 7.5 IPS stands for inches per second. So
there's a lot going on.
You can see
outside.
the tape moving.
Right or wrong, I can't decide.
15 makes it move faster. Think of it like this. 7.5 is low quality, 15 is higher quality. If it has 30 inches per second, the tape moves faster. So 7.5 is like lo-fi, old movie reels. 15's higher quality. Okay, and these things give color and flavor. So that's what IPS stands for, inches per second of tape. All this stuff, delay, feedback, low pass, these are just like extra effects. We don't need to bother about them. Over here, we can see that we have a link. So what happens is when you turn the recording level up, you're driving the color and flavor of the tape machine or the preamp. And the playback level, what happens is it gets louder. The playback level turns it down as you saturate. So it would be like
There's
this.
a lot going on outside. Right or wrong, I can't decide.
So you start getting distortion or saturation, which we don't necessarily want. Now, I like the added volume, so I turn this off.
There's a lot going on outside.
And what you want to do with any of these plugins is you want to push them as far as you possibly can, then pull back. So we go like this.
There's a lot going on outside.
That doesn't sound good.
Right or
So pull it
wrong,
back.
I can't decide. There's a lot going on outside. Right or wrong, I can't decide.
That sounds pretty good to me, no?
There's a lot going on outside.
A little bit of distortion.
Right or wrong, I can't
Now
decide.
turn it off.
There's a lot going on outside. Right or wrong, I can't decide. There's a lot going on outside.
And if you don't like,
Right or wrong,
if it's
I
too much,
can't
you can always pull it
decide.
back.
There's-
Now, all these plugins are going to operate according to what the gain staging is, okay? So see the levels of these waves. They're quite big. If I don't want the plugin to overreact, okay, I want to turn this down a little bit. Just make it a bit smaller. Now, we don't want the gain to be like this. This is too small. We don't want it to be like this. Where MQ has it is fine. I'm just going to pull it down a little bit more. And what will happen is the plugin, I actually want to put this on everything. The plugin is going to react differently now.
There's a lot going on outside.
Okay,
Right
and
or
watch, the
wrong,
smaller I
can't
make this gain
decide.
staging,
There's a lot going on outside. There's a lot going on outside.
see? So now it's not pushing as much into the red. So we just need to find a healthy
There's a lot going on outside.
Right or wrong, area.
I can't decide. There's a lot going
So you pull this down, it'll react differently.
wrong, I
So it's
can't
just about
decide.
finding a happy
There's a lot
place
going
with
on
where the levels
outside.
of the volume sit,
Right or wrong,
that the plugins are not overcooking.
going on
Okay,
outside.
and then you have more room to
Right or
push these.
wrong, I can't decide. There's a lot going on outside. Right or wrong, I can't decide.
Turn it off.
There's a lot going on outside. Right or wrong,
So it gives us some warmth, some boost, okay? Wow and flutter,
there's a lot going on
we don't need to worry
outside.
about these.
Right or wrong,
And noise.
decide.
So tape machines typically made noise, which sounded like this. Shh. A lot of the times you can't hear the noise if you have these on, okay? But over, can you guys hear that? It's very soft. It's just like
There's a lot.
And over, say, if you have that on 10 tracks, that's going to build up and you're going to have a lot of noise and you're going to be like, what the shit is going on? It's going to be too much. So I like to turn this off. If you want that tape effect, on tape here, you can use it. RC20, there's lots of different platforms. Okay, so this is giving us a bit of flavor flav.
There's a lot going on outside.
Now what I do is I'm using a preamp and I'm using a tape machine. And I'm adding color and flavor from here and from here. The better the plugins, the nicer the colors and flavors will be. So if you have access to UAD, I'd use UAD. It's going to be nicer, closer to the real thing. Where, the wave stuff is okay. I wouldn't say it's close to the real thing, but you can obviously hear that without.
There's a lot going on outside.
With.
Right or wrong,
So this gives me 10%, this gives me about 30, 40%. You're adding increments, okay? You don't want to just go hard on either one of them. You want a little bit of flavor from both, okay? So this is with,
there's a lot going
turn
on
'em off.
outside. Right or wrong, I can't decide. There's a lot going on outside. Right or wrong, I can't decide. There's a lot going on outside.
so this gives us power. This is what a lot of people are lacking with their production. It's giving power. And we do that through using mixing consoles, preamps, and tape saturation. We love this shit, okay? Once we've saturated, I'll explain what saturation's actually doing. Actually sweetens up vocals and brings out the sweet spot. So
There's a lot going on outside.
let's see what happens when I oversaturate. So this is the vocal, okay? We can see where the energy of MQ's voice is.
Right or wrong,
He's got some big ass balls, okay? So this is like down here.
outside.
We've got some real bassy notes,
Wrong, I can't decide.
okay?
There's a lot going on outside.
And we got some sweet parts. We don't have as much around this higher area, 2 to 5K, which is the sweet spot
Right or wrong, I can't decide.
of his vocal.
There's a lot going
So
on
what happens
outside.
is when we saturate,
Right or wrong, I can't decide. There's a lot going on outside.
it boosts the volume, but what you'll find with different types of saturation,
Going on outside.
it will boost different
Right or
parts
wrong, I can't
of the
decide.
frequency and give more energy to parts that we can't hear as much. So let's have a listen here.
I can't decide.
I'll go slowly. Watch
There's
the
a lot
frequency.
Going on outside. Right or wrong, I can't decide. There's a lot going on outside.
So you can see as I push the saturation, it's bringing out these
There's a lot
upper
going on
harmonics,
outside.
which we wouldn't hear as much. So it makes the vocal sound fuller, sweeter,
Going on outside.
saturating
Right or
everything.
wrong, I can't decide. There's a lot going on outside. Right or wrong, I
Turn these
can't
off.
Decide. There's a lot going on outside. Right or wrong, I can't decide. There's a lot going.
So you can see it juices this area up. And that's really what we want. We want to enhance the nicest part. Now, what it's doing is it's bringing up everything, which is why I go saturation, saturation, color, color, okay? And then after I have my color, you can experiment with different plugins, but it's like you want to go mixing console or preamp into some type of tape or tube saturation. And then from there, what we've done is we've boosted everything. So you might be like, yeah, well, that sounds great up here, Spike, but now my ball sounds super huge, okay? And I don't want that. Well, that's why the third step is reductive EQ, okay? And reductive EQ means we now, after we've boosted and boosted, we get rid of the frequencies that aren't so pleasant.
There's a lot going on outside.
So if we have a look down here, you can hear that there is activity going on from 100 hertz down to, 10 hertz or 0 hertz. There's sub frequencies, they're quite hard to hear, but they are there. And over many tracks, they muddy up the whole track. So, that's not the nicest sound, so we could pull that down a bit. So I can just go like this, pull that down a little bit. So we just need to understand where the energy's coming
There's
from.
a lot going on outside.
So I'm going to cut this off.
Right or wrong.
You can see this is not making a
decide.
difference to the vocal.
There's a lot going on outside.
Now, if I go like this,
Right or wrong, I can't decide.
that is making a big
There's a
difference
lot
to the
going
vocal.
on outside.
So if
Right
you
or
make a
wrong.
move like this and it's not doing anything, that means that all this activity that is happening down here,
There's a lot
you don't
going
need
on
it.
outside.
You don't need that.
Right or wrong, I can't decide.
Do we need that bass?
There's a lot going on outside.
Yes. So Amelia's vocal in the last track sounded a bit like this.
There's a lot going on outside.
Sounds like we're missing all these lower frequencies here, which is important.
There's a lot
So we don't want to
going
get rid of them.
outside. Right or wrong, I can't decide.
We just want to pull that down. That's muddy.
Right or wrong, I can't decide.
Now, if I pull it down too much,
There's
I'm going to
a
hear
lot
it.
going on outside. Right or wrong.
I pulled it down
can't
20 dB,
decide.
too much.
There's a lot going on outside.
So you just got to use your ears.
Right or wrong, I can't decide. There's a lot going on.
That feels much better. Minus 5 dB. Anything below minus 6, probably too much. That means there's a problem with the recording, or you were up in the mic shit like this. You're like, hey, baby. Hey, Mike, I missed you. Hey, man, let's record. Ooh, yeah. Do you like my voice like that? So you just got to pull yourself away a little bit. You don't have to be up in the mic shit like this. You know what I mean? Because then you'll get those low frequencies. In some parts have the effect. Someone's on the phone. Was it confusing? Yeah, I just don't think it was clear enough. We need to hear the vocal clean and beautiful, and then you want to make it extreme.
There's a lot going on outside.
See, that's extreme.
Right or wrong, I can't decide. There's a lot
You
going
can
on
hear a big difference
outside.
between that.
Right or wrong, I can't decide.
Okay, and then we got some energy over here as well.
There's a lot going on outside. Right or
So,
wrong.
I love FabFilter because you can pick spots.
There's a lot going on outside. Right or wrong, I can't
That's
decide.
kind of like the nose, where the nose sits like that. And you don't want,
There's a lot going on outside. Right or wrong, I can't decide. There's a lot going on outside.
so we don't want to go too
Right
much.
or wrong, I can't decide. There's a lot going on outside.
Okay, so it's just like increments, little bits and bobs, okay? And when we first start producing, what we do is this. Now, everyone here should be able to raise their hand and say, yes, Spike, guilty. It's basically this. We do this.
There's a lot going on outside. Right or wrong, I can't decide.
Because that sounds
There's a
good,
lot going on outside.
right? It makes it brighter and sound nicer. But this is 101 of rookie engineer, okay? This is amateur shit. And the reason is, we don't want to do this yet. In the initial stages, we want to do what's called reductive EQ, which is what we're doing right now. We don't want to do additive EQ, even though it sounds good. It is the only rule in production where you're like, don't start with doing this, because we don't want to pull out bad frequencies. We've pushed it up with some saturation and some tape, and now from there, we want to reduce it and pull it down, okay?
There's a lot going on
So what I'm
outside.
looking for is I'm looking for shit that sounds bad.
There's a lot going on outside. I can't decide. There's a lot going on outside.
Those sound bad to me, so I always pull those down. They're a bit muddy.
There's a lot going
Now let's just
on
have a listen to
outside.
this, what I've just
Right
done.
or wrong, I can't
Turn it off.
decide. There's a lot going on outside. There's a lot going on outside.
Can you hear the difference there, fam?
There's a lot going on outside. Right or wrong, I can't decide. There's a lot going on outside. There's a lot going on outside. There's a lot going on outside.
So we've tamed those those big ball frequencies, okay? We've just pulled those down.
There's a lot going on outside.
Yeah.
Right or wrong, I can't
So we just want to
decide.
tame the shit that sounds bad, which is this.
Outside. Decide.
They're not pleasant. And without it,
There's a lot going on outside.
with it,
There's a lot going on outside.
we're taming it. Now, the reason that we're taming shit now is because in a minute, we're going to get into compression. And I love explaining compression. I'm happy to explain it to you. You can watch this shit back after and try and make and help it make sense. What happens is when we compress, we're enhancing everything. We're pulling everything up. So if you have ugly frequencies coming through from the saturation that we've done with the 1073 and the tape saturation, so the compression is going to enhance those and make it worse. Yeah, big difference with the reductive EQ. Mud makes sense. Feels like there's just extra layers to the sound. Yeah, it's caked on. And yeah, it comes through. Look, vocals all start with the obvious. One, the vocalist. Okay? The vocalist, the tone of their voice, that's stuff that we can't change. And the next step is the microphone. Based on what microphone you have, they have different EQ curves. Some microphones, you can't go, what is the best microphone, Spike? There's no such thing, because MQ's voice is going to sound different to Amelia's voice, who's going to sound different to Connor's voice. So you need to go and try out mics and see what's best for your voice. This is a U87, super bright. Someone with a super bright voice on a U87 doesn't work because it enhances all these frequencies up here, sounds like shit, and you get all these S's and sibilants. Then you got to pull all that shit down. So it just makes more work. The objective is find a mic and a preamp that makes you do less work. So when you're singing or rapping, for rappers, the best thing is like, what mic is Kanye using? What mic is Drake using? A lot of them are using Sony 800, or they're using this one or this one. It's like, try and identify why they're using those mics. Now, Kanye and Drake both have very different voices, but you'll see if you go, there's a website that actually shows you what shit they're using, which is just so cool. I used to go on it all the time. Yo, can you hear me? I must have, yeah, sorry. So I don't know what was the last thing you guys heard? I must have pushed a button. I was basically saying there's this dope website where you can hear what equipment they use, okay? So this is called Equipboard, and you can actually go in and find out, I'm here. You can find out what mics Kanye was using, what equipment he was using. Super, super dope. Okay, it starts with, I don't know if you guys heard this, but it starts with how good the singer is, from the singer, what mic they're using, what preamp they're using, and every mic's going to be different. So say for someone like me, the U87, if I have a bright voice, it's going to bring out a lot of sibilants, and I'm going to get and it's going to bring out a lot of unpleasant sounds. But for something, someone who doesn't have a bright voice, it might be good. But you go to Equipboard, great website, used to go on it all the time. You look at what Kanye's setup is. So Kanye uses this mic. It's like a $15,000 mic. Audio-Technica, Neumann U47. Here's a U87, which I have here. I actually have the U87AI. It's a newer mic. There's the Sony C800G. This one's about 10K. This one's about 15K. But there is a company who actually does this called Stam. Yeah, a lot of money. This is Justin Bieber's mic right here. I mean, this is every pop singer's mic who's like an amazing pop singer, because it's just the best sounding microphone, hands down. I heard this in a studio with a bunch of other mics, and I've just never heard it. This makes the mic I'm using right now just sound like a piece of shit. So this other one's great for rappers. Sony C800. It's about 10K, but 10K. But there's a company called Stam Audio. They sell it for 2K. pretty much 99.9% identical, I would be getting that mic, you know. So, yo, thank you for the follow, M. Felchi. Give it up. Come on. Come on, M. Felchi. Where are we? There we go. Give it up for M. Felchi. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you, man. Yeah, that's for you, Felchi. Welcome to the channel. Yeah, so you know, this type of mic is like, it's the mic that I actually have here. Let's see if we can have a look. Hold on. If we go over here. Yeah, I do feedback in Discord, bro. Join our channel. You can't see it. Hold up, I'll show you. You see that? There it is. So this mic over here. Where are we? There we go. That's a SA800. Okay, so that's like the main kind of rapper mic. Yeah, we do feedback, Felchi. Come join us, brother. Hold on. Let's can someone send Felchi a Discord? Hold on, Felchi. Here you go, bro. There you go. There's a Discord channel, so you can send stuff in there. We'll do feedback. So go to equip. So you can see like over here the S's.
There's a lot.
You know, so stuff like that I'd be pulling down.
There's a lot going. There's a lot going. Right or wrong.
We started the morning with some feedback, so we're just getting into some mixing vocal lesson stuff. But we will check it soon, my brother, if you want to stick around.
There's a lot going on outside.
So, you know, all small increments. Now, I want to talk about something a little bit more advanced. This is called notching, okay? If your speakers are up loud right now, please turn them down a little bit. So going like this, okay? This is something that you should do on very, very low speakers because you will, please note, you will stuff up your hearing if you do this loud. Okay, so if we go like this, we make it's called a bell. This is for more advanced stuff, guys, if you want to go next level. You go like this. You make a notch. This is called a notch. Very thin. And you pull it up quite high. Okay? Like this. Pull it up high. Then what we're doing is we're looking for these resonances that are intrusive. It can be reflections off a window, off a wall, whatever, okay? This notching is more advanced. So what we want to do is we want to do a frequency sweep. We go like this.
There's a lot going on outside. Right or wrong, I can't decide. There's a lot going on outside. Right or wrong, I can't decide.
Now, the higher I go below hertz, it's usually below that. So what I do is I do a sweep. I'm not going to do it for the lower section, more about the higher areas.
There's a lot going on outside.
What you want to do is you want to find the notch and then you want to pull it down. Okay, pull it down as much as you like. Tones. That's what we're looking for. I think I get it. Yes, that is correct, bro. That is correct. Sooth 2 is... Shut your chocolate! So that's way too expensive. I can't afford that. You need to understand, like okay, well, that's, you know, it's like a $5,000 unit. So for $300, it's not that bad. Or $3,000 unit, whatever. You know, you get my drift, so you gotta weigh it up. Like, are you at that stage to spend $300 on a plugin? If not, fine. Waves has a sale of that plugin for like $29. And it's not as good as that, but it's still good. So this is Sooth 2, okay? And you'll see in Sooth 2, if we go here and we go Harsh Vox, let's try.
There's a lot going on outside.
You know, this is like
right or wrong,
kills resonance.
There's a lot.
See how it's doing all these little notches?
Right or wrong, I can't decide.
You can do real little ones,
There's a lot going
like we were doing.
outside.
Selectivity
Right or
less.
wrong, I can't decide.
So this is getting rid of all the resonance. Now, if I go too hard on this shit, it's going to be too much. Okay, have a listen.
There's a lot going on
Nothing?
outside. Right or wrong, I can't decide. There's a lot going on outside.
Butchers his voice.
Right or wrong, I can't decide. There's a lot.
But what's brilliant about this is it's really, really subtle. Gets rid of any bad frequencies without you doing the notch shit that I was showing. I'd still do this.
There's a lot going on outside.
But this will just cut
right or wrong, I
the
can't
little
decide.
frequencies. It's
There's
brilliant.
a lot going on outside.
You can't go too much.
Right or wrong, I can't decide. There's a lot going on outside. Right or wrong.
So you can kill
I can't
S's and stuff
decide.
like this.
There's a lot going on outside.
Without?
Right or wrong, I can't decide. There's a lot going on outside.
With. Okay, very subtle, but it is just the best plugin. Expensive, yes, but you get what you pay for with that one. Okay, so let's say we don't have that, fam. Let's go into after, so what we've done is we've gone saturation, color, reductive EQ. We need to get rid of another frequency, and it's called the de-esser. Trying back to be able to pay mixers. They've paid for all these tools plus their knowledge. How am I supposed to compete with that? With the time I'm meant to be spending on my craft. Exactly. I mean, yeah, for me, that's logical as well. It's like, if you want to focus all your time in your craft, becoming a better rapper, writing more songs, releasing every 3 weeks, you got to pay someone else to do something, you know, who has spent tens of thousands of dollars on those tools, has the knowledge, they do it every day. So, I mean, that makes sense to me, but there's nothing wrong with wanting to do it yourself. It just means if you have time up your sleeve and you're patient, then I 100% support it. You know, if you're like, nah, I don't have time. This might take me 5 to 10 years just writing songs and rapping. So stick to that, work, pay someone to do the shit that you don't have time for.
There's a lot going.
So after this, we're going to go like into a de-esser, right? So this is called FabFilter Pro de-esser. You can use any de-esser, and there's wave de-essers as well. This one's really, really great. I'm going to show you how to use it now. But there are some de-essers where it just says, do you want to de-ess this signal? De-esser, which is getting rid of my S's, is basically a compressor for a certain part of the frequency. Okay? So it's compressing a little piece of the EQ that you want to get rid of S's, where S's sit. I saw one tutorial where they're like, I de-ess at about 3.3K, but it varies depending who the singer is, okay? So let's have a look at this guy here. Oversampling gives you a better quality plugin. If you ever see oversampling, it takes up more CPU, but it's going in the de-esser, out of the de-esser, in the de-esser, out of the de-esser, times 4. Creates a more analog signal path. Can you hear a big difference on one? Probably not. Over like 40 different sounds, maybe. I don't know. Do you need 40 de-essers? Probably not. Okay, anyway, my point is with this one here, I love teaching de-essing. De-essing is the only circumstance where you're going to look for the worst part of the sound. That's right. You're going to look for the worst part of the sound because it's the sibilance, the de-essing. So what we do is we press here, audition. This is why I like this plugin. So you're looking for the most intrusive part, and I can move this around. I can make this smaller. So I'm gonna sweep. You tell me what sounds bad. This is 2K. This is 3K. So I have my vote. What do you guys think? So for me, it's about 4. Also chunky there. And I would say for me, it's about 4 to 7K. Listen to this. So I'm looking for S's right now. Less consonants. 2.3, 2.6. The S's there are not bad for me. Maybe the T's, but I'm listening for S's. So I would say that for me is bad. You know, if you got headphones on, those S's are hurting my ears. So that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking where, and what's up, Avenge13? How you doing, brother? I'm looking for where, you know, the S's are hurting. Okay? So don't think about T's at this stage. So for me, it was about, you know, 4.5 to about 7K. See, those S's are bad. Down in the 2K mark, the S's aren't hurting me there. Can you hear that? S's are nice. So I'm looking at 4.5 to 7. Okay, that's hurting me. After we do audition, okay, let me know if that's clear, fam. If you're not sure what we're looking for, squad, I'll repeat it. But there we are looking for the S, sibilance, de-esser, okay, getting rid of S's that are too harsh. The next thing we do after we audition is we go to these headphones. These headphones are going to let us hear the vocal. Now, if you have a look here, it says single vocal all round. Single vocal is less harsh of a de-esser, and I like using all round vocal. Now, the great thing with this plugin is, yes, we will get to thicker in a second. We will get to thicker. We're not there yet. You're jumping ahead, Amelia, but we will get there. Oh, okay, I got you. Yeah. Sorry, the numbers are down here. So they might be a little bit small. But we should be able to see down here. It says 4K to 7K, all right? So I want to go all-round vocal. With this plugin, it's great. If you hover over stuff, it tells you what the buttons do, which is fantastic. Okay, so it's really, really useful. Thanks, Luca. How you doing, brother? We played your track this morning, man. We had a listen. I gave some feedback on it, dude. Day 7 of 100. Give it up for Luca. Yeah, I just want to get into it, man. You know, I've been teaching this shit for years, and I know this stuff like the back of my hand really thoroughly. So you can always watch this back. But yeah, I really just want to share my knowledge with you. I have a Bible with like hundreds and hundreds of notes documenting all this shit, which maybe I'll release one day. But yeah, this is just like, for me, I really wanted to get good at mixing and vocals. Everyone wants to know how to mix vocals, but there's a lot of work in like understanding the tools. So for me, it's like I really wanted to understand the tools, which is what I'm explaining for you today. So I'm going to go all round, gives us a harder de-esser. This is what I use before I use Soothe. Now I use Soothe on everything. Any resonance, de-essing, any bad frequency I want to get rid of, Soothe 2 is the shit. If you can afford it, buy it. If you can't, Pro DS is good, or Waves de-esser, any other de-esser. This one's really great as well. So I put on the headphones, I'm going to audition the sound, and this is how we understand threshold, okay? What we're going to listen for is where the vocal starts breaking up. So you're going to see here, okay? The red here is what's coming down. So this is the yellow bit's the vocal, and this line is where the vocal and the sibilance meet. I'll repeat that again. Okay, this is the volume of the vocal. So if I pull this back, you're going to hear all the vocal.
I can't decide.
See? I'm just de-essing the shit out of 4.5K to 7K over the whole vocal. I'm going to pull this back till it starts like breaking. See how we're starting to get that breaking? And the S goes, FERK, gets pulled down. Okay, so you can find just a happy area. If you go here, it's too much. Obviously, if I go here, it's not enough. I want it to pull it down a bit harder. So that's the threshold. Then we turn off these headphones. Okay, fam? So first thing we do is audition. Yo, thank you for the follow, Synthesizer Steve. Let's give it up.
Hadouken, Sub-Zero. Hadouken! Oh, I'm Electric Blanca, Sub-Zero.
Yeah, I appreciate the follow, my brother. Okay, so anyway, where were we? We were getting back to over here. Yes, so we go audition, we find the frequency. After we have the frequency, we go to headphones. We audition the threshold, okay? I'm always happy to talk about this shit offline if you're still like, Spike, I don't get it, man. Come on, Cletus.
Come on, Cletus.
Okay, the threshold. We then turn off the headphones. Okay, from there we adjust the range. How much of that S do you want to squish? And we're going to see in the red how much it's pulling down. I would love to give you feedback, bro. You can send through your tracks on our Discord channel, brother. So go to there. You can send feedback. I'll get back to you soon.
There's a lot going on outside, right or wrong.
Okay, so this is how much it's pulling the S down.
Throwing stones in glass
See here?
houses, arguing.
Now, at the end of the day, all the meters and shit are great. But guys, Here's a secret. Use your ears. Stuff the meters. We don't care about meters or this minus that. It's, if you look up music production, it's going to sound like rocket science. It's not rocket science. Use your ears. Turn the knobs as hard as you can. Don't go like this. Okay, don't go, okay, we're on 6 dB plus minus 8.6. Don't do that shit, fam. Don't do that shit. Okay? Don't do that shit. No. We want to just use your ears. So watch.
There's a lot going on outside.
So we're going to listen to outside, okay?
On outside. On outside.
And I'm going to pull this range down.
On outside. On outside. On outside. On outside. On outside. On outside.
Okay, that's full. So I've gone 24.
On outside.
You see how the S is pulling down? I'll go from one extreme to the other. 0, nothing.
On outside. On outside. On outside. On outside.
So we've given MQ a lisp, okay? If you DS too much, you're going to turn him into thucker and thuckatath, okay? You don't want to do that. So we need to make sure that when you're DSing, I told you, when I get comfortable, man, my voices are going to come out. You want to make sure you're not going 24 dB or 0.
On outside. On outside. On outside. On outside. On outside.
But you find a happy medium.
On outside.
That sounds good to me. I hate sibilance. I hate it. Even listening to myself in my headphones right now, I wish I had a de-esser. Okay? Yo, thank you for the follow, brother. Oh my God. Man, we got crazy follows today. Oh, Jesus. Come on. Yo, man, I appreciate the follow. Come on, come over here. Let's do. Oh, where's my screen gone? Oh, God damn it. Oh, okay. Yes, we're back. Yeah, I appreciate the follows, man. We're getting lots of love here on the stream today. It feels good, because we've been. Guys, should I play the clip? Should I play the clip? Should I play the clip of what the last couple of weeks have been like? Because we're on day 17. This is what the last couple of weeks have been like. I'm going to do it. I'm going to push the button. I'm pushing the button.
Seems like no one takes me seriously, and so I'm wrongly, a bit of wrongly. Pour it on me.
Yo, I appreciate you, bro. I appreciate the follow. Anyway, we're getting back into it. Oh, man, that workspace is sexy. Stop it, man. Stop it. Don't. Give me some more of that, brother. I love it. I love it. All right, here we go.
Sexy chocolate!
Getting a bit carried away now. Let's just get into it. Okay, so de-essing. This is it. We audition. Last thing, we audition. That's where it hurts. We go audition the headphones, find the threshold where it's breaking up on all round. Then from there we adjust the range. That's it. De-essing should be for sibilance, getting rid of S's, nothing else. Okay, and that's calming down our S's.
On outside.
So we don't want to give them a lisp. We don't want on outside. We don't want on outside. We just want to kind of kill it. Now, if your de-esser is not working, guys, I'm going to give you a little trick, okay? This blew my mind.
On outside.
Now, once you start reading the matrix on this shit, you'll start seeing these little wriggly worms, okay? They look like this. Look, we're reading the matrix. We're reading the matrix. Can you see it? There it is. That's an S, okay? They're really easy to see. Now, you don't even need a de-esser, but obviously it's going to take more time. So if I go here, I can adjust the S, see, with gain. I can go, I want a big S.
On outside. On outside.
And I want to say,
On outside.
I want to pull that S, I want to pull that S down. Okay, so I'm going to go over here, pull the S down.
On outside.
See, that's just calmed it down. So your de-esser might be working really well for like 8 de-essers. And then on the, 9th S, you're going to be like, ooh, that's too harsh. Pull it down manually.
On outside.
Let's see if we can find another
Right
one.
or wrong, I can't decide.
There's another one, see? So you can go in and you zoom in and you go, okay, where's the S? You cut it up and you break it down. Okay, you don't want to go too much.
On outside.
This one I can already hear. It's like getting a little bit lispy. little bit lispy.
On outside, right or wrong, I can't decide.
See, it's maybe a little bit much, gone minus 11. So it's just about finding it. But yeah, you can go in manually for sure, and you'll have all these little cuts in your S's if the DS is not doing it for you.
No.
How you guys doing, man? How you guys doing? Are we doing good? I'm about to get into some serious shit right now. I'm going to get into compression. I need to go for a toilet break. You guys going to hang? You're going to bear with me? I'm literally going to take me 2 minutes. I'm going to come back. I'm going to explain the secret of compression, fam. The secret of compression. I came up with a compression theory that's going to knock your socks off. And I want to explain it to you guys. Back in the day when I had to compress to impress, that's right. Impress to compress, maybe. I don't know. But I was teaching compression, and I remember when I first looked up compression, it's like, if you divide the 7 by the 6 and then you put it across the 3 of 8 dB minus 7 over the 5 of the 5th dB of the EQ point, I was like, bro, I'm never going to understand compression. I'm never going to understand this shit, man. And I had to actually teach myself what everything does and come up with a theory to teach students simply how to understand compression. Now, it might take you 1 or 2 listens, but I'm going to show you how compression works, and you're going to get it. You're going to get it. You're going to be like, I get it. Okay, but I'm going to take a toilet break first. Why? Because I deserve it, man.
Come on, please.
I got to take a toilet break. Come on. I'm going to put on some sexy music. I'm going to be right back. And I'm going to explain compression to you all. Guys, make sure you join our Discord channel because we're going to share tracks there. And then we're going to get back on our good. So give me 2 seconds, man. Let's do this. Let's do this nice chill vibe by the lovely Juman. And I'm going to be right back, fam. Give me 2 seconds, fam.
You over there with your longer hair, shaking about like you just don't care. Wanna come and hang over there. I feel you bringing it left and right. The way you move carelessly through the night. Can maybe just wait. Be friends for eternity. Cause I like the way you do you. Yeah, I like the way you go through life for life. The way you dibble with the knife. Cut it so fresh, so clean, so sweet like ice cream. Yummy, wanna get in my tummy. I just wanna hang with you. Come on, I just wanna groove with you. Just chillin', I just wanna move with you. Baby, I love the way you do you. Baby, I love the way you groove too. Baby, I love the way you do you. Baby, I love the way you move too. No expectations or limitations. Just wanna be all up in your vibrations. It's nice to see you again in this lifetime. This reflection connecting to my mind's eye. When we get together, yeah, you make me so high. Caressing with your blessing, there ain't no second guessing. Observing and learning like beams to exerting. Oh, I am certain.
Alright, I told you I was going to be quick. Hey guys, if you're just tuning in, there's a beat battle on tomorrow in our Twitch stream. $150 on the line. Got to flip the sample that's in our... where is it? It's in our contest and prizes on our Discord. Over here. Contest and prizes. There's a beat flip. $150 on the line, fam. It's going to be lit. This is the... where's the sample? There's a few people entering. It's a dope sample. Made with Minty D. I think it was made with Minty D. I can't remember. Ooh-wee. Can't wait to hear the submissions tomorrow, fam. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Anyway, submissions tomorrow in our Discord channel. Make sure you get on it. There's still time. There's still time. Come on, Cletus. There's still time. You can do it.
Come on!
That's right, fam. All right, so let's go. Where were we? Compression. All right, let's explain compression, fam. Compression.
On outside, right or wrong, I can't decide. Neighbors throwing stones.
So we can see natural, natural energy here. We can see smaller, bigger, decreasing, blah, 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 blah. The idea of compression, first of all, is when a sound is too big. So this big ass sound here, and this is a small sound, we're closing the gap. So if this is the loudest sound, and this is the smallest sound, compression is pulling this sound closer to the softer sound. So if you compress the shit out of something, the softest sound and the loudest sound will be the same. Does that make sense? And if we, don't want to kill the dynamics, we go, okay, let's compress a little bit. Now, compressors also add color because they're analog pieces of gear. There are compressors that are called musical compressors. Musical compressors add color. And there's compressors that are called technical compressors. Technical compressors just compress audio. They don't add flavor or color. Cool? So there's lots of different compressors that we can use. The first one that I want to show you is a technical compressor. So it's a transparent compressor, adds no color. And the reason I want to show it to you is I want to show it to you for the purposes of explaining compression. Okay, here we go. So this line here, okay, this line, tell me if you can't see this. Yeah, I think that's as big as it'll go. Can you go any bigger? No. So this line here is, and this line here is the swimming pool. This is my swimming pool compression theory. The threshold creates the depth of the swimming pool. So we see these dotted lines here, now they're here and here. The swimming pool is bigger. Now the swimming pool is damn huge, okay? And the ratio is how deep within the swimming pool we go. So if you have a small swimming pool, the ratio can go to the bottom of the pool and the top and in the middle. If you have a big ass swimming pool, the ratio is at the top, in the middle, and down the bottom. The ratio can go lower, okay? So threshold is the depth of the swimming pool. Now the sound is the person jumping in the pool, okay? So if we play MQ's vocal.
There's a lot going on outside. Right or wrong, I can't decide.
If the ratio doesn't move, the depth of the swimming pool doesn't matter.
Arguing about sports.
I'm going to make a deep swimming pool for the sake of explaining compression today.
There's a lot going on outside. Right or wrong, I can't decide.
Okay, now if I pull down the ratio, it's going to start pulling the vocal underwater.
There's a lot going on outside.
So that sounds like it's underwater. Let's pull it to the bottom of the pool.
Neighbors throwing stones in glass houses, arguing about
Okay? Does that make sense, fam? This is the first basic element of compression. The threshold is the depth of the swimming pool, and the ratio is how deep within the swimming pool we go. Does that make sense? Tell me if no, because I'm happy to explain it again. Threshold, how deep the swimming pool. Ratio, how deep within the swimming pool. Now, the real art to understanding compression is understanding attack and release, okay? So if we have the ratio down here, we're going to have a fast attack. So watch what happens. When the sound hits,
there's a lot.
You can see this red line go straight down.
There's a lot going.
As soon as we get that vocal, okay, the vocal goes straight down, underwater.
There's a lot going on outside. Right or wrong.
Okay, now if we have a slow attack, it gets pulled underwater slowly.
There's a lot going on outside.
So see how it curves to the side like this.
There's a lot going on.
And the fast attack goes straight down.
There's a lot going on.
So I'm going to ask you guys a question, okay? And 99.5% of people get this question wrong. Okay? The question is, if you have a kick drum going gish, gish, do you want a fast attack or a slow attack? Do you want to pull that underwater quickly or pull it underwater slowly? Okay? Answer, here's some thinking time. What's your answer? Fast attack or slow attack? For a kick drum, fast attack or slow attack? What do you want? I'm waiting for your answers. So I'm going to tell you what the answer is. The answer is you want a slow attack. It's okay if you don't want to answer. No stress. Most people answer fast attack. So if that was you, yes, slow attack. So what happens is if you pull something underwater quickly, what's going to happen? If we pull something underwater quickly, what's going to happen? We're going to lose the transient, which means we're going to lose the punch of the sound. Most people think because a kick is quick, we want a fast attack, but that's incorrect. So if we want something that is punchy, we don't want to pull it underwater quickly. So let's have a look at this rap vocal. Okay, you guys answer me the question. Do we want a fast attack or a slow attack for a rap vocal?
There's a lot going on outside. Right or wrong, I can't decide. Neighbors throwing stones in glass houses, arguing about sports with their spouses. There's a lot going on outside. Right or wrong.
So do you want a fast attack or a slow attack for a vocal, a rap vocal? The answer to this question is you want a slower attack. The reason is, if you have a vocal going, there's a lot going on outside, ba-da-ba-da-ba-ba-ba-da-ba-ba, it's very percussive. And what happens is if you have a fast attack, it pulls it underwater quickly. That is not the right type of compression for a fast vocal. Make sense? We want a slow attack, Amelia. We want a slow attack. For something that is punchy, we want a slow attack. For something that is slow, that's okay. No one gets it right, man. No one gets it right. For something that is slow and smooth and flowing, we want a faster attack because we can pull it underwater quicker because the vocal is moving slowly. Opposites attract. Okay, so let's have a look at, listen to this vocal. This is a transparent compressor.
There's a lot going on outside. Right or wrong, I can't decide. Neighbors throwing stones in glass houses, arguing about sports with their spouses. There's a lot going on outside. Right or wrong, I can't decide. Neighbors throwing stones in glass houses, arguing about sports with their spouses. There's a lot going on outside. Right or wrong, I can't decide. Neighbors throwing stones and
so this is a fast attack on a fast vocal.
There's a lot going on outside. Right or wrong, I can't decide.
Slow attack.
There's a lot going on outside. Right or wrong, I can't decide. Neighbors throwing stones in glass houses.
Okay, so I'm going to show you the difference. The next thing we're discussing is release. So we want a slower attack so his punchiness can come through. Now, for a fast vocal, do we want a slow release? So think of it this way, guys. When the vocal is going fast, we want to pull it underwater slowly. And then, before the next word comes, do we want it to let go or to keep it smothered underwater? Does that make sense?
There's a lot going on outside. Right or wrong, I can't decide. Neighbors throwing stones in glass houses, arguing about sports with their spouses. There's a lot going on outside.
So what happens is if we have a slow release, it's going to keep the vocal, once it gets pulled down slowly, it's not going to let go of the vocal. It's going to hold it underwater. Okay, so for a fast vocal, what we want is a slower attack and a fast release. We're basically saying we want the audio, the sound, the vocal to be submerged in water like this. So let's say my window is compression. We don't want it at the bottom of the pool because the bottom of the pool sounds like this. That's the bottom of the pool. We're here. Okay? We don't want it to be out of the pool because then it's not doing anything.
There's a lot going on outside.
We're out of the pool. We want it to be submerged here. So we want it to get pulled down slowly and we want it to get released quickly. So the compression is like holding here. It's like kind of submerging. So anything that goes loud, it gets pulled down and then it lets go for the next bit, gets pulled down. We're talking milliseconds here. Okay. So it's doing this real fast. So we just want to make sure that we're not at the bottom of the pool. This is too much compression.
There's a lot going on.
Too much compression. Okay. But we can see how things are acting and this is no compression.
There's a lot.
So we want to make like a nice swimming pool. Okay. From there, we adjust how deep within the swimming pool we want the loudest sound to be pulled under.
There's a lot going on out.
And then we adjust our attack and
There's
release.
a lot going on outside.
Okay, so we want a slower attack, a faster
There's
release.
a lot going on outside. Right or wrong, I can't decide. Neighbors throwing stones in glass houses, arguing about sports with their spouses.
So let me turn no compression.
There's a lot going on outside.
So have a listen to there's a lot going on outside,
There's a lot going on out.
especially the word going. Okay, you can see here it gets louder.
There's a lot going on outside.
Now, there's a few things you can do to stop, this is more advanced again, to stop the compressor overworking. We could take going and match it. See how we're making it a bit smaller? But I'm not going to.
There's a lot going on outside.
So let's put on the compressor.
There's a lot going on outside.
Can you see how the word going is more even now?
There's a lot going on outside.
We're looking to tame the performance. Now, this is a transparent compressor. It's not adding flavor, it's just pushing down the sound of the loudest parts.
There's a lot going on outside. Right or wrong, there's a lot going on outside. There's a lot going on outside. There's a lot going on outside. There's a lot going on out. There's a lot going on outside. There's a lot going on outside. Right or wrong, I can't decide.
I'll turn it off.
There's a lot going on outside.
And how going gets
Right or
louder?
wrong, I can't decide. Neighbors throwing stones.
So we're making an even performance. Okay, so that is compression explained, okay? Something punchy and quick, you want a slower attack, fast release. We make the swimming pool with the threshold, ratios how deep within the swimming pool. Think of attack and release. Do I want to pull it down quickly? If it's punchy, you don't want to pull it down quickly. You want to pull it down slow. If it's punchy, you want to let it go quickly so you can keep hearing the vocal moving or the rhythm or whatever it is. Okay, something that's like smoother would have a faster attack and a slower release. You can keep it down in water more. So let's talk about flavors, okay? There's two main compressors we're looking at right now. One is, you can use Waves or UAD or Slate, doesn't really matter. One is called the LA2A. Anyone heard of the LA2A? Very, very famous compressor, my friends. Very good, very famous. All right? Now, this one is super easy to use. It was built like a Sherman tank. And the reason that this was built is it was actually built for the army. So back in the day when there were wars, please God, there'll never be one again. But when there were wars in the army, they had radio transmissions and they would talk to one another. And the guy would have different signals coming in. One would be soft, so we'd turn up the volume, and then the next guy would be screaming, "We're getting shot over here!" And the guy's eardrums would burst and explode because the levels were just stupid. Okay, one would be super loud, one would be super soft. So they built this compressor, the one we're looking at right now, for the army, and it looks like it was built for the army because it's massive, absolutely massive. It's like, I don't know if we can see here, but it's as big as this red thing here, which is massive. This red preamp, it's about that size, okay? And basically it would make sure that the signals coming in were consistent. So if there was a loud signal, it would pull it down, and if there's a soft signal, you know, you could turn it up and there'd be no problem. Okay, so this is what it was for, and then music studios saw it, they're like, wow, this would be crazy. Can you imagine having someone like Aretha Franklin with the loudest voice ever? You know, she has a soft verse, and then she's like, what you want? And she's crazy loud. You're like, holy shit, how are we going to tame this? It's massive. So compression did this stuff. Gain over here is volume. Peak reduction is compression. So this is very easy to use. Have a look.
There's a lot going on outside. Right or wrong, I can't decide.
Okay, let's add.
Neighbors throwing stones in glass houses, arguing about sports with their spouses.
Now we can
There's a lot
see
going on outside.
the needle's moving
Right or
very
wrong, I
slowly.
can't-
So in this compressor, you can't see an attack and release, and you would be right. And what this is actually doing is inside, built in this compressor, is a slow attack and a slow release. You can't adjust that shit. That's the characteristics. This is like a thickener. It's great, warm sound. It can sound good on bass guitars. People use it on vocals as well because they like the flavor of it. It's a musical compressor, which means it adds color. Okay, we're always adding color. And then you can add the amount of compression you want, but you can see that it doesn't give energy. It's moving slowly.
There's a lot going on outside.
Turn it off.
There's a lot going on outside.
Turn it on.
There's a lot going on outside. There's a lot going on outside. There's a lot going on outside. There's a lot going on outside.
So it thickens it. It's a fat maker. It does add some nice color to his vocal. So we could maybe do a little bit of compression and then, use a proper compressor for this vocal after.
There's a lot going.
So we wouldn't typically use this for a rap vocal, okay? But I just want to explain the main compressors. LA2A. The other one that you're going to hear a lot is 1176. There's a few different versions, but the Bluey Blackie is typically the one that you'll hear of, which is on Waves. I'll use the Waves one, okay? Because I know a lot of you got Waves. It's called CLA 76, like so, okay? We have Blackie, Bluey, 2 different colors, 2 different flavors. One's a bit darker in sound. The other one, Bluey, brightens things up. So let's say we want to brighten up MQ's vocal. We'll use a Bluey, okay? Now, on this same thing, output is volume. Input is how much compression you use.
Going on outside.
Okay.
Right or wrong.
This is none. This is more.
Neighbors throwing stones in glass houses.
Okay. And then we have attack and release. So this confused the shit out of me when I first started using the 1176. 7 means fast and 1 means slow. Why? I have no idea. I would have thought 1 is fast and 7 slow. It's not the way. 7 is slow and 1 is fast. Now, you're like, how the hell am I going to remember that, Spike? Great question. The answer is this. Look at the needle.
There's a lot going on outside.
Is that moving fast?
Right or wrong?
Yes.
I can't decide.
Okay, so 7 is fast. Now you go to 1. Is this moving fast or slow?
There's a lot going on outside.
That's damn slow, man.
Wrong. I can't decide.
Come on.
Neighbors throwing
Come on,
stones in
Cletus.
glass-
Okay, so that's to answer your question. If you're not sure what something does in a plugin, always go extreme. Big brush strokes, fam. Don't go little. Go hard or go home. So we discussed before. Can anyone here answer? I'm not going to be upset. And you don't have to answer. You can just ignore me and I'll keep going. But do we want a fast attack or a slow attack for MQ's rap vocal?
There's a lot going on outside. 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 There's a lot going on outside.
Slow, yes. Correct you are, Sway Shift.
Catch me outside. How about that?
Good job, bro. That's exactly right. We want a slower attack. You guys are excellent students. Okay, so we want a slower attack, which means we're going to go over
There's
here.
a lot going on outside.
Now listen to the difference. Fast attack.
There's a lot going on outside.
Pulls are underwater.
There's a lot going on outside.
Slow attack.
There's a lot going on outside.
See how that's more present?
There's a lot going on outside.
Other way.
There's a lot going on outside.
Thins it out, pulls it underwater quickly. We don't want that. So you don't have to go slowest attack. You can adjust it to what your ears like.
There's a lot going on outside. Right or wrong, I can't decide. Neighbors throwing stones.
And this might be confusing in the beginning, but you'll get used to it. In terms of the input,
There's a lot going on outside.
if you want to look at the meter, I'm usually like -3 to -5. I wouldn't be here.
There's a lot going on outside.
It's compressing the shit out of it. I wouldn't be here.
There's a lot going on outside.
It's not doing anything. Okay? So I'd be somewhere in between.
There's a lot
And
going on outside.
There's no set and forget, fam. It's different for every vocal performance.
There's a lot
Flavor.
going on outside.
So about there's
Right or
good for me.
wrong, I can't decide.
Release, slow or quick? Which one, guys?
There's a lot going on outside. Right or wrong,
That's
I
slow.
can't decide. Neighbors throwing stones.
This is fast.
There's a lot going on outside.
Slow.
There's a lot going on outside. Right or wrong, I can't decide.
So that's more smooth.
There's a lot going on outside.
Here, that's more punchy. It's got more presence. So in this case, I'd have a fast release. And here's your ratio. So based, I'd have a fast release, bro. So this is if you want it smooth.
There's a lot going on outside.
Okay, this is smooth.
Right or wrong, I can't decide.
So you can see the needle is holding it here. It's holding it underwater. Okay, it's holding it there. It's not letting it come up for air.
There's a lot going on outside. Right or wrong, I can't decide.
So if I go fast,
There's a lot going on outside.
see how that's more punchy?
Right or wrong, I can't decide. There's a lot going on outside. Right or wrong, I can't decide.
And for this, for this track, you might want it to be smoother, which is fine.
There's a lot going on outside.
See how that's smoother?
Right or wrong. There's a lot going on outside. Right or wrong, I can't decide.
That's a smoother vocal. It might be totally appropriate for this track. So this is fast.
There's a lot going on outside.
So it would depend. You know, I'd ask MQ, I'd be like, do you want this to be smooth and sexual chocolate? Or do you want it to be punchy still, man?
There's a lot.
So that's, you know, this is where it comes down to the mixer being able to listen to the music and see what's most appropriate.
There's a lot going on outside. Right or wrong, I can't decide. Neighbors throwing stones in glass houses, arguing about sports with.
Maybe somewhere in between. Doesn't have to be black or white. Okay, so this is without compression, fam.
There's a lot going on outside. Right or wrong, I can't decide.
This is with compression.
There's a lot going on outside. Right or wrong, I can't decide.
See how that pushes the vocal forward, makes it more presence. It's in our face. Without.
There's a lot going on outside. Right or wrong, I can't decide.
We want this vocal to be in front of the sax.
There's a lot going on outside. Right or wrong, I can't decide.
Okay, so that's good for me. I like this compressor. This one's beautiful as well. I just don't think it's right for the performance.
There's a lot going on outside.
Still sounds nice.
Right or wrong, I can't decide. Neighbors throwing stones in glass houses.
This is also nice. You know, I stand corrected. It's nice. You could also use that. Okay?
There's a lot going on outside. Right or wrong, I can't.
Which one do you guys like more? 1176?
There's a lot going on outside. Right or wrong, I can't decide.
Or LA2A?
There's a lot going on outside.
There's no wrong answer here, fam.
I can't decide. Neighbors throwing stones in glass houses, arguing about sports with their spouses. There's a lot going on outside. Right or wrong, I can't decide. Neighbors throwing stones in glass houses, arguing about sports with their spouses.
76 good too. They're both nice. They both suit this song, okay? Anyway, fam, that is compression. I hope that made sense. Transparent, threshold, swimming pool, ratio, how deep within the swimming pool? I've taught this 1,000 times. Attack, you know, do you want the sound to come down, to be pulled underwater quickly? If it's punchy, the answer is no. You want it to be pulled under slowly. And again, we're talking milliseconds. And then do you want to release the sound? Do you want it to be punchy and release it quick? Or do you want to release it slow and you want it to be smoother? Okay, they're creative decisions of a mix engineer. And then it depends what colors you want. So we've got the 1176. Now let me give you a cheat code, fam. You ready for a cheat code? I'm going to give you a cheat code. One of my favorite plugins, okay, is RVox. Easy as shit to use. It's a compressor. If you want a vocal to hit you in the face, then this is the compressor to use, okay? This is the compressor to use. Hold on, fam. RVox just makes things hit really, 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 really hard, okay? It's going to bring the vocal completely forward. So if you want something really, really forward, then you want to be able to use something like an 1176 and then RVox. Check this out.
There's a lot going on outside.
There's one button.
I can't decide. Neighbors throwing stones in glass houses, arguing about sports with their spouses. There's a lot going on outside. Right or wrong, I can't decide.
I'm going to turn it off.
There's a lot going on outside.
Look at that, man.
Right or wrong, I can't decide.
Now let's turn the 1176 off.
There's a lot going on outside.
Okay, we lose everything.
Right or wrong, I can't decide. Neighbors throwing stones in glass houses.
I'm going to put RVox on.
Arguing about sports with their spouses. There's a lot going on outside.
There you go. It's like
right or wrong,
super in your face vocal
Neighbors
forward.
throwing stones in glass houses, arguing about sports with their spouses.
Do you understand what I mean? Now, as we're adding stuff, it can sometimes start adding more frequencies. You know, we've compressed. What that might do is it might start bringing back this guy over here that we pulled down earlier.
There's a lot going on outside. Right or wrong, I can't.
Now let's turn all these plugins off.
There's a lot going on outside. Right or wrong, I can't decide. Neighbors throwing stones in glass houses.
There's our saturation.
Arguing about sports with their spouses. There's a lot going on outside. Right or wrong, there's a lot going on outside. There's a lot going on outside.
Okay, so these, you know, these plugins are making a big difference, really adding to the sound. Now, if you get frequencies you don't like, we're nearly at Amelia's question for thickening up vocals, but these, as you can hear, this is thickening up the vocals. This is called a multi-band compressor. This basically can compress different parts of the frequency. If you have a look down here, got all different frequencies. If that bass is too much for me,
There's a lot going on outside. There's a lot.
see, there it is. You can see what you want to compress.
Glass houses.
That's that low frequencies that I'm not loving. So it's the same thing.
There's a
Threshold
lot going on outside.
and attack release. You understand. Once you understand how to control these, you can control everything, man.
There's a lot going.
Do I want to hold that frequency underwater for a long time, make it slow?
There's a lot
Slow
going
release.
on outside.
Do I want the frequency to come back up quickly?
There's a lot going on.
Do I want the frequency to be pulled down quickly? Yes, fast attack.
There's a lot.
Do I want it to be pulled down slowly?
There's a lot going on out.
You see what I mean? Once you understand compression and attack release, you're going to understand so much stuff.
There's a lot going on outside. Right or wrong, I can't decide.
Turn this off.
There's a lot going.
Listen to that bass frequency.
There's a lot going on outside. There's a lot going on outside. Right or wrong, I can't decide. Neighbors throwing stones. There's a lot going on
So
outside.
it crept back.
Right or wrong, I can't. There's a lot going on outside. Right or wrong, I can't decide. Neighbors throwing stones in glass houses.
You know, if you want your de-esser
There's a
down,
lot going.
you can come back through other plugins, start readjusting.
There's a lot going on outside. Right or wrong, I can't decide.
So once you put in all this work, man, you want to save this as a preset. You know, if I'm MQ, I don't want to do this every day. I don't want to open these plugins every day and readjust. I want to go save channel strip setting as vocals MQ. So you can just open that shit up. It's not set and forget, but then you can just jump in and adjust the parameters. So let's get to Amelia's question. Now, after all this, I do additive EQ. I want to sweeten things up and bring back frequencies. We would want to use something that has color, okay? We would want to use, you know, anything. You can use API, you can use Neve, you can use SSL. These are the companies I spoke about before. As frequency points, there's some that more people will use. You can look like, what's a good additive EQ? Waves has API 550A, API 550B. They're all going to sound different for the way that you mold them. So 550A has 3 points, high, middle, low. Okay, this is 12 dB volume minus dB. So now we want to add volume. So you could go, you know, the best way to do this is just search. So we go like this.
There's a lot going on outside.
I turn it up and I change 5, 7, 10, 12, 15 K. They're the frequency points. 5, 7, 10, 12, 15. Okay, it's around this area here. So I'm going to see which one sounds best, just using my ears.
There's a lot going on outside. Right or wrong, I can't decide. Neighbors throwing stones in glass houses, arguing about sports with their spouses. There's a lot going on outside. Right or wrong, I can't decide. Neighbors throwing stones in glass houses, arguing about sports with their spouse.
I like 10K, gives us a bit of air on top of the vocal. Then we go to the next one.
There's a lot going on outside. Right or wrong, I can't decide. Neighbors throwing stones in glass houses, arguing about sports with their spouses. There's a lot going on outside. Right or wrong, I can't decide. Neighbors throwing stones in glass houses, arguing about sports with their spouses.
Same
There's
below.
a lot going on outside. Right or wrong, I can't decide. Neighbors throwing stones in glass houses, arguing about sports with their spouses. There's a lot going on outside. Right or wrong, I can't
So
decide.
this is what thickens up a vocal, Amelia. When you get back to additive EQ, you can bring back some of the frequency and it thickens it up.
There's a lot going on outside. Right or wrong, I can't decide. Neighbors throwing stones in glass houses.
So let's turn this off.
There's a lot going on outside.
Can you hear the difference here?
There's a lot going on outside. Right or wrong, I can't decide.
And if I've gone a bit too heavy on some of the EQ points, you can pull them back.
There's a lot going on outside. Right or wrong, I can't decide.
Turn it off.
Neighbors throwing stones. There's a lot going on outside. There's a lot going on outside. There's a lot going on.
See how that sweetens it up? It makes it come more forward. It really brightens up the vocal, gives it some body. You can add more, less.
There's a lot going on outside. Right or wrong,
Comes down to taste at the end of the day, guys. You know, it's taste.
there's a lot going on outside.
Turn it off.
There's a lot going on outside.
Sounds dull, and now you're like, I can't live without it. So it's up to you what additive EQ plugin you use. My favorite is this one, partially because it was used by Michael Jackson. It's a 4-point EQ, okay? 4-band EQ. So you got high, middle, low. And the way I do it is every time I'll just search for the frequency points like this. Watch. So this is your volume down the bottom, and these are your frequency points.
There's a lot going on.
Everything, big brush strokes.
There's a lot going on outside. Right or wrong, I can't.
The reason I love this EQ is because you can push the high frequencies. It's not too harsh. With a lot of the other plugins, especially like this one, you can only go 2, 4, 6, 9. You've got certain frequency points you have to do. This one explores more frequency points, and I can go anywhere in between volume-wise. It's totally up to me.
There's a lot.
Well, A, B, both.
There's a lot going on outside. Right or wrong, I can't decide.
Okay, go to the next one.
There's a lot going on.
I'm just sweeping to see which is the sweetest frequency in it. See where the sweetest frequency in MQ's voice is. MQ, your frequencies are so sweet, bruh.
There's a lot going on outside. There's a lot going on outside. There's a lot going on outside. Right or wrong, I can't decide. Neighbors throwing stones in glass houses, arguing about sports with their spouses. There's a lot going on outside. Right or wrong, I can't decide. Neighbors throwing stones in glass houses, arguing about sports with their spouses. There's a lot going on outside. Right or wrong, I can't decide. Neighbors throwing stones in glass houses, arguing about sports with their spouses. There's a lot going on outside. Right or wrong, I can't decide.
See, without this, it's like I lose the bottom.
There's a lot going on outside.
Sounds thin.
Right or wrong, I can't decide.
And this is all just through experience. I remember I sent a vocal to Jack the Bear, mastering engineer. He's like, the vocal's really thin, man. I didn't even hear it. I've been mixing the track for 20, 30 hours or producing the track. I just didn't hear it. And then I was like, oh shit, yeah, there's no low end in their voice.
There's a lot going on outside. Right or wrong, I can't decide.
So watch what happens when I turn this off.
There's a lot going on outside. Right or wrong, I can't decide. Neighbors throwing stones in glass houses, arguing about sports with their spouses. There's a lot going on outside. Right or wrong, I can't
any frequency's too harsh, you can adjust, pull them back a bit.
There's a lot.
I always go a bit heavy-handed, so I'm always pulling stuff back a bit.
There's a lot going on outside.
Without the low end in your vocal, your low end, Amelia, is going to be at different frequency points to MQ because you're obviously a woman. You got a woman's voice. But, and you know what? There's guys who don't have as much bass in their voice. Everyone's voices are different. So it's just about finding the nice EQ points to push. But it's after we've done all this work. So let's compare these two guys first.
There's a lot going on outside. There's a lot going on outside.
So this one it's not as thick.
There's a lot going on outside. There's a lot going on outside.
I prefer this one still.
I can't decide. There's a lot going on outside. Right or wrong, I can't decide. Neighbors throwing stones in glass houses, arguing about sports with their spouses.
You get my drift, so it's like finding the EQs that you like. You can make anything sound good with anything, but, I have my go-to plugins. So for me, oh, please don't, I haven't saved anything. I'm going to save this, hold on. For me, this amount, these plugins are just, I'm trying to not change the vocal, I'm trying to enhance it and make him sound like himself. MQ mix. Like himself, but just enhance what's already there. So have a listen.
There's a lot going on outside.
No plugins.
There's a lot going on outside.
I'll just put the two saturators.
There's a lot going on outside. There's a lot going on outside. There's a lot going on outside. There's a lot going on.
No compression.
Outside.
Just cleaned up now.
Right or wrong, I can't decide.
Compression.
There's a lot going on outside. Right or wrong, I can't decide. Neighbors throwing stones.
Good luck. See you soon. See you, Amelia.
There's a lot going on outside.
We're gonna finish up in a minute.
There's a lot going on outside.
So I haven't added any effects, but I reckon we'll do, I might make Monday, like we'll come back to this next Monday, I reckon, and we'll get into effects and stuff as well. I got phone calls coming in, but basically,
There's a lot going on outside. Right or wrong, I can't decide.
yeah.
Neighbors
And we'll get into all the effects. That's what really makes it shine, starting to get out of it just sounding dry and then adding all the flavors and stuff on the buses. That's really, really important. But in terms of just getting a solid vocal, this is where I would start.
There's a lot going on outside. Right or wrong, I can't decide. Neighbors throwing stones in glass houses, arguing about sports with their spouses. Team this, team that, team not on the team, taking jabs at each other, split apart. Till it seems that we're lost in the fray. Anyway, it's been a long day. I've been working straight through, 1,000 worries in my brain. All I'm thinking about is you going out, getting wild, all the things we used.
All right, so we're going to get through. I think we'll come back next Monday. We'll make Monday just like feedback day. I'm trying to get a schedule happening, fam. But we'll make Monday feedback day for sure. Hold on, let's go over here. Yeah, we'll make Monday feedback day, and then after feedback day, I think we'll get into some mixing shit. Why not? Why not share the love, brah? Share the tools, you guys can learn it. We'll have a look at the other samples probably in the next few days that people have sent through. Tomorrow is beat competition, guys. If you're not in the Discord channel, get your ass over there, fam, because we have a sample flip competition, sample flip competition tomorrow. $150 cash straight into your bank account, no problem. Just for you, spend on what you want. Yeah, you're very welcome, guys. I hope you found this valuable. It's obviously like a key point in people's productions. They want to get fly-sounding vocals. Go back over this stream, practice the techniques, see like what's lacking for you in your mixing, and experiment. Experiment with those plugins. Wave's got cheap deals all the time, like $20-30, man. You can get these plugins real cheap. And then just experiment with trying to get the right settings for you, and feel free to send me your work on Discord, share it. Let's share the love, man. Come on, Cletus. Come on. And, we'll just do feedback. Thank you, fam. We'll continue this. This is not the end. This is not the end, but I'll see you guys tomorrow for the beat battle. Really excited to hear the submissions and see what you guys did with the sample flip. And I'm sending you love and vibes. Have a great goddamn day. And that's it, man. Peace out. We'll see you guys tomorrow, same time, same place, 10 a.m. Catch you on Discord. Thank you, fam. Thank you. All right, where's the button? Where's the button? There's a button. There's a button. Damn. We just ran out of music.
How about that?
Oh, come on, man. Come on, Cletus. This is unprofessional. We're trying to do live streaming here. All right, let's go. Peace out.
I'm tryna eat, playing for keeps. I beat the beat, I leave him beneath. I leave him beneath, buried. The sauce, peri peri. The drip, Burberry. The whip, I skirt McLaren. This shit get very scary. I bag chase like Tom and Jerry. It's in my jeans, I'm Miri. Flow holy like miracles. +61 my area code. This shit so legendary. You rap imaginary. Walk in, I know they staring. I reload my secondary. It's very unnecessary. Y'all can't stand next to me. That bitch get X to me. Pop me some ecstasy. I'm gone off amphetamines. Switch up my strategy. This how it had to be. Ain't forget what y'all said to me. Say that direct to me. Get cut vasectomy. This shit so meant to be. I guess it's just my destiny. This shit so legendary. Nasty, unsanitary. I'm popping like Acne. Watch me pop shit. Watch me pop shit. Pop flex, I walk stiff on my RoboCop shit. Ayy, what's the difference? They just talk slick. Let them talk slick. Posted on my hawk shit. Unlocked like a lock. Watch me pop shit. Watch me pop shit. Pop flex, I walk stiff on my RoboCop shit. Ayy, what's the difference? They just talk slick. Let them talk slick. Posted on my hawk shit. Unlocked like a lock pick. Pop up in my starship. Zoom, swagger cosmic. I'm lit off of forceps. I grip like some forceps. This gon' make your car tip. Boom, make your car flip. Flexing how I walk stiff. rigor mortis beneath buried. The sauce peri peri, the drip Burberry, the whip I skirt McLaren, I leave him beneath buried. The sauce peri peri, the drip Burberry, the whip I skirt McLaren. Little bitch, don't you compare me, I'm far from your ordinary. I'm cold as yo Ben and Jerry, I'm about to tear down the barriers. Holy Jesus, Joseph and Mary, I'm really about to embarrass him. Whenever I listen to your shit, I need me a Claritin. I sneeze, I'm bullshit allergic. Keep on lying in your verses. What's the word, what's the verdict? Your fans, I went and converted. You need to find you a purpose.
That's all I got.
Watch me pop shit, watch me pop shit. Pop, flex, I walk stiff on my Robocop shit. Ayy, what's the difference? They just talk slick. Let them talk slick, posted on my hawk shit. Unlock like a lock, watch me pop shit. Watch me pop shit. Pop, flex, I walk stiff on my Robocop shit. Ayy, what's the difference? They just talk slick. Let them talk slick, posted on my hawk shit. Unlock like a lock.